from celebrating National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day on August 4th, the most popular cookie in the U.S. and around the world. For the Daily Yonder and Public News Service, I'm Roz Brown. For more rural stories, visit dailyyonder.com.
Good morning. It's a KCHW morning show. It is Friday, July 26th. We are here in the studio with myself, Chuck Ritchie. We have the lovely Paula Randall, and we're joined with Craig McQueen again today. How you doing, guys?
Good. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm
awake.
I'm good.
Awake. I like that.
You're awake. You're awake.
Awake.
We're, as usual, just like we do pretty much every morning, having a little technical difficulties to start out the day. Can't get a computer up and going. We are not quite going yet on Facebook, which I need to get us going up on. So if you are out there listening on the radio and trying to get on Facebook, that'll be just a second. I'm going to get us out there. But yeah, you guys have anything exciting going on this weekend?
Want to go see the drive-in?
Oh,
Yeah, they've got new movies. The Avengers. It's the Wolverine versus
Deadpool.
Deadpool. Yeah, and
Yes.
it's at the drive-in.
Ooh, Ryan Reynolds is a treasure, isn't he?
Yes. Yes.
I've been reading some stories about that, and I didn't realize that he had been trying to get the funding, and the Deadpool was his project. I didn't know that. I just assumed he was an actor that was hired.
Right.
But yeah, that was his project. He worked for a decade to get that project up off the ground, and he wrote the script, and he had his other writers with him, and the producers were like, no, we don't need the writers on the set. He fought to get the writers on the set and get them paid better, and he actually, I think he gave a good portion of the profits that he made from the movie to the writers.
Nice.
Yeah. So he made sure they were paid well, and yeah, it's sort of his baby, and I think just the character development in general and moving forward has been like pretty much the Ryan Reynolds show.
That's cool.
So that makes sense. You got any shows this weekend going on, Craig?
Yeah, I'm playing Saturday night at Andy's 1-year anniversary.
Ooh, very
Wow,
cool.
it's been a
That's
year.
right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Wow.
So it'll be after the 3-on-3 basketball tournament. We'll be playing there over at Andy's. So
That's very cool.
that's Old Souls and Antiques. So you can get a preview for the following week at Summerfest. We'll be playing, I think, 7:30 on the following Saturday. So
Okay, cool.
yeah,
Very cool.
busy summertime for me.
Craig, get a little bit centered on the mic there and get it a little
Right
yeah,
there?
Yeah, perfect. There you go. Ooh, that's much better. All right, so let's go ahead. It's a lot nicer today than it's been. Yesterday was, other than the smoke, yesterday was such a nice little break from all the heat. Holy cow!
It was so nice yesterday. But the smoke rolling in was just like, no, because everybody wanted to be outside. And then it was like, oh, dangerous oxygen, bad oxygen.
Well, and then it blew through, and then it cleared up in the evening.
Yeah,
Quite a bit, actually.
yeah. This
Yeah.
morning, there were blue skies and sun, and
Did you see the photos of the Northern Lights that KS Brooks got last night or early in the hours of this
No.
morning? Yes, the Northern Lights were visible again last night. So people from Kettle Falls and KS Brooks was out. I think she was in Colville.
Okay.
And beautiful pictures posted. So I think she posted one to News and Information, Chihuahua News and Information.
that
so-
explains why she was still messaging me at 12:30 last night.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was Northern Lights chasing. Thank you, Kat.
That is awesome. She has some great pictures, and we are Northern Lights Public Radio, and we've been talking for years with her to do some sort of collaborative project. And it's not a big project, but I have something in mind that I thought of last night that, Kat, if you're listening, I want to talk to you about. So there's that.
I can't remember where I'm supposed to go check. Where am I going?
Hold,
Yeah.
it's inner prep.
Thank you.
Sorry, we're still trying to get things up and going. That is the computer. All right, so 84 degrees for our high today, 51 for the low overnight, 86 and 57 tomorrow. Looking about the same on Sunday, mostly sunny. Actually, tomorrow's going to be partly cloudy skies, sunny skies on Sunday. Monday, those clouds are coming back again with a high of 80 degrees and 57 overnight. 80 and 56 for our temperatures on Tuesday with partly cloudy skies. Clearing up again on Wednesday. It's actually going to be a nice one then, too. 87 for the high, 57 for the low. Then on Thursday, things are starting to warm back up a little bit with a high of 95, so getting up close and 60 degrees, sunny skies. But then Friday, we're back up into triple-digit temperatures with 100 degrees for the high and 64 degrees for the low. Heading into Summerfest, as we mentioned a minute ago, it's supposed to be 102 degrees for Summerfest.
Wow.
Not fun.
Not fun.
Not fun. Are you still having a hard time over there?
I'm in my happy place. Can you tell?
Outstanding. There's nothing like being live on the radio.
I know, right?
And trying to get your computer work while you're trying to ramble out some something to say that sounds funny or
Right?
awake even. Yeah.
Hey, I have my coffee. I'm happy. And awesome. I was able to go and get my card, my Yale Press card renewed this morning. So that was
Ooh.
super exciting. So on those days where, you just don't have the cash or you can't use your card, I'm set. I'm ready. Now I need one from Dad's and I need one from the other place over there. And I need, all of them. So then I'm set.
There you go. Did the your mom over there? I know. Does she do punch cards for bags of
That would be
beans?
awesome.
Like pay it forward type stuff?
No, but you can have a card
Well,
and
like,
then you just
you buy so many bags of coffee,
Yeah.
you get
Get
she-
half
does
off
she-
your next one.
yeah. Maybe after like 10 bags, you get one for half
Right.
price. I don't know.
or
She does the
she
loyalty program.
Yeah.
Does
yeah.
she respond to people outside her window early in the morning going, please, Sally?
I don't think she actually works the window, does she? Not
No,
anymore.
she's just been roasting in house for
Right on.
special orders. She can call. There's a number to call her for special orders. She ships it. She
Yeah.
stays busy.
Yeah.
She
That's
was
good. That's
roasting a bunch for the Chihuahua General Stores opening because they're.
good. Yeah. When that is opening.
I don't know if
very
the
soon.
set date is Saturday, but I know they're shooting for it.
Okay.
Because during the 3-on-3 tournament, they'd like to have the doors open so people can come check it out.
And I know driving down the road, I haven't talked to Rob about it, or I was meant to send him a message to tell him how amazing that storefront looks.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it
so
looks
much better
really
than
nice.
the picture he sent me. I mean, it looked great in the picture, but just
is-
getting up close to it, and once we get the benches out front, it's going to be really inviting. I mean,
It is gorgeous.
So
Yeah.
the most wonderful thing happened yesterday. So Xander takes voice lessons from Stasia, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a little girl came in at the end of his lesson, and she's the daughter, apparently, of the owners of the people who are opening the show, opening the general store. And she was like, yeah, it's really cool in there, and it goes way further back than you think it does, and there's this really cool storage area downstairs. I mean, she was so excited talking about it.
Yeah. The basement of that building is pretty awesome.
Is it cool?
Yeah, I've spent quite a bit of time down there. It's there's even a I'm not going to get too much, but there's a secret passageway down there.
Ooh.
yeah.
I like to think it's maybe like part of the Underground Railroad. I know it's not, but the building's not that old. But that's what it makes me think of. This like big long. It's just for accessing the plumbing and the pipes and the electrical and stuff. So
Yeah, but how cool that
It's
the
like
daughter is so
just big
excited.
enough to where you can crawl in it.
Yeah.
And you can't really turn around once you get in there, so it's like, I don't know. Not my thing.
have you been in there?
I was just gonna say, tell us. This
Yeah.
is a story, right? You were crawling around.
No, actually, just Julian, I work with him, and he was going down there to fish some plumbing through there or something, or I can't remember.
Yeah, it's
exactly
like
what
a
he was
2
doing.
foot wide by like 3
But
foot
there's a
tall.
big he like backed out of there. He's like, nope.
Yeah.
He's like, my legs are starting to cramp up, and not a good thing. 'Cause-
Yeah, it's hands and knees, crouched hands and knees for the entire length of the building.
Yes.
Wow.
And then you there's no room to turn around. You have to back out. And I've never been more than a few feet into it. I didn't have the guts to do it either, but I would imagine it's pretty much pure spider webs. Probably
Oh, I'm sure.
100 years, close to 100 years of just spider webs built up in there and whatever else happens to be living under there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No thanks. Cool stuff though. Congratulations, Rob and Jill. It's really a neat place. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it'll be a good addition to the community. So are you on?
I am on.
Oh, nice.
right.
You've
How
got-
is that for live on air tech stuff?
Nice. You've got the
So
password
cool.
and everything.
Yes.
Outstanding. So let's go ahead. What time is it? We got 7:30. All right. We're just getting started here. Let's go ahead and move over to bits and breaks, and we'll do a little bit of goofy stuff. And do you want to share a little bit about what kids say about science?
Yes. Let me get
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Okay.
Let's see. Science. Date book.
Do you want me to take it first so you can get there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So elementary school students, they have some ideas about science, of course. And these are some ideas that were collected from essays, exams, classrooms, discussions from 5th and 6th graders. So that's always fun. The first one here says, you can listen to thunder after lightning and tell how close you came to getting hit. If you don't hear it, you got hit, so never mind.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't think that's what that's about. When people run around and around in circles, we say they're crazy. When planets do that, we just call it orbiting. My dogs do it.
We have it. We're here now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, so most books now say our sun is a star, but it still knows how to change back into a sun in the daytime. It's smart, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that one kind of fell. It was more like a...
Yeah. Womp, womp, womp.
It was no supernova.
Oh! That was good.
A vibration is a motion that can't make up its mind on which way it wants to go.
I can see that. Right?
That
Because you're
actually
just
does-
sitting there vibrating, shaking, and that makes sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah,
It does
I
make
get
sense.
that.
Yeah.
Right? That's what, when you have too much coffee, you're a vibration that doesn't know which way to go because you're like, I gotta go somewhere, right?
I do love, have you ever seen those demonstrations, where someone will take like a board or something, put it over a speaker and put like sand over it, or I don't know what it might just be sand they use. And every
Sand or
sound
water,
wave
yeah.
has like its own unique, distinct pattern. And as
Yeah.
you change the sound waves, it'll change that pattern.
Isn't that neat?
I've always found that fascinating, and just the science behind sound. And there's not just it's science, it's math, it's geometry.
Mm-hmm.
As sound has a shape, and
Well,
I
and,
love
and an element too.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So
yeah.
frequency coincides with elements, and
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
see,
it's-
we're tracking, and the sound, the pitch of certain sounds, certain tones, actually affects certain organs in the body.
Mhm.
And so they found, playing a certain tone or going through a range of tones will help kind of promote healing, you know. So really, really cool stuff.
And they touched on a little bit. I was it Space Odyssey, one of the old sci-fi movies. But I've heard studies. I've read theories that if we ever have any interactions with other species from other planets, that music is going to be our most likely way to communicate, because music, no matter where you are, no matter music is universal. It's
Theoretically, right? It's the mathematical constant.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it involves so many different elements of our math and our science, and it's really the only thing that sort of combines everything into one format.
Yeah.
And if we were going to communicate with somebody we had no way to communicate with, music is, they think, the most likely way we'll be able to communicate.
Or the crop circles.
Yeah. The crop circles.
Actually, I'm joking, but the crop circles this year have been pretty amazing, actually.
Really?
Yes.
This year? Do you follow it?
Well, I have a friend who follows it, and so
Oh.
I've been following her page more. You know how Facebook, the algorithms, I don't know how they work, but all of a sudden you see people you don't normally see. So she follows them, and then she posts them, and I'm like, oh, wow. And so there are a lot that have happened. Like they took a break, right? Because it's exhausting work making these crop circles, and now they're back. So in the past, 2 weeks, there have been 3 new crop circles.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it as an art form, or they are just like the crop circles that are popping up?
Well, like crop circles in
Yeah.
England, and yeah.
Oh, I know. But I mean, I
Like
know
popping
like,
up. They kind of pop down because it's right. Everything is laid down at that crazy angle, and everything
Yeah.
is still growing, but it's horizontal instead of vertical. So yeah,
I have seen some things about the crop circles. I don't want to get too deep into this, but the way that a lot of these work, and the way they can tell the ones. I mean, obviously they don't know if they're all hoaxes or if any of them are real or not. But one distinct one, the way that they can tell, okay, this is clearly a hoax, is the grass breaks.
right.
When it's
a hoax,
every time
yeah.
people have done it, they can't get it to bend over without it breaking.
Right, with the little board things. Yeah.
Yeah, and the ones that are maybe possibly not done by humans, the grass bends and it doesn't break,
Right.
and
Well,
we don't have a way to.
We were
create
talking
that.
about sound, right? Well, sound could be doing that.
Yeah.
Sound, or it could be magnetic vibrations from the center of the planet. I mean, we don't know what's happening. We don't know why they're causing them. But it's so cool to see them and think about, the fact that these are manifesting, however they're manifesting, right? And all these different shapes and combinations, and how did they happen? So, yeah.
Or maybe Bigfoot is riding the
It's
Loch Ness monster around the
Bigfoot!
field.
And
the
Mothman.
Yeti Sasquatch connection. That's where my brain goes.
Right?
When I hear about it.
That's right.
It's all It's interwoven.
Right, we
That's
got to
right.
get Nessie in there, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you know that Nessie is also known possibly as the Ogopogo monster on the Olympic Peninsula?
Really?
Yes. You can go by Crescent Lake on the Olympic Peninsula, and they are still offering $1 million reward if you have sightings of the Ogopogo monster.
Wow.
And now they think there might be a channel underneath the continent where the Loch Ness is coming over to the Pacific Northwest, and it's the same creature.
Wow. It's like an underground tunnel.
Yes.
You know, it's probably interdimensional wormholes or something like that.
See?
Yeah.
You got to
okay.
think a little outside of the
course,
box,
yeah.
you know, to
I'm
make
with
it.
ya.
I mean,
No.
it's like they don't work that hard. You know what I mean? It's like
Exactly.
they've mastered the stuff that we're just barely we're just brushing the dust off of it. You know, we don't even it's that's the way I look at it. It's like
They're
make it
just kinda
simpler.
lazy.
It's
Right?
like the best way to do math is to not do it at all.
That's true.
You know what I mean? It's like come on.
Okay, Xander, do not listen.
So maybe like Sasquatch just comes here to confuse us with footprints and use the bathroom and then go home.
And then goes home, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. That makes sense.
That's
That makes sense, yeah.
awesome.
It's like I get out my abacus and that's how I do math. So,
There's Craig over there. Click, click. click.
I love it. You know, I'm having thoughts. Craig might be really fun at like really late at night when he's super tired and you're outside and the sky is beautiful and the stars are up and the campfire is just down to that low simmer, you know, where it just gives that warmth but not a lot of light. That would be a great time to have a Craig conversation. I'm thinking that would be awesome, right?
It would. It would. That's some of the best time for marshmallow roasting right there. When you just
See,
get the-
yeah,
just
it's
those
true.
hot coals. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good stuff right there.
I saw this video of this guy in a golf cart going around the golf course with marshmallows. Like, why do you bring marshmallows to the golf course? And he's like throwing them out everywhere. You know, so like if you hit your white
That
ball,
is hysterical. I
you
love
wouldn't be able to
that.
find your ball. You'd keep on finding marshmallows.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. I have actually been prohibited from golf courses.
Really?
Yeah, I really hate golf.
By the golf courses or by your family?
Probably both, but my family is avid golfers, are like major golfers, right? Like I was in golf camp from the time I probably could walk, you know, holding the little golf club, and I really don't like it. And so they're like, well, maybe we'll have her drive the cart, which is a major mistake because of course I took off. You can flip a cart, just so you know.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then they wouldn't let me have the cart. And then they couldn't figure out what to do with me, so I just got to swim, which was what I wanted. So
Oh, nice.
win-win, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
They got me off their courses, right? I didn't steal any golf carts, and I got to swim.
Nice.
Yeah, it was
Nice.
good.
You're not supposed to swim in the water hazards, though.
Well, yeah, that's what I learned, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think I'm visualizing having a lot of fun with marshmallows now on the golf course, tossing them
yeah.
at people. I think that would be hysterical. That would be, because golfers, right? And you'd be like, I'm counting that stroke. That's a stroke, right? And their score, their birdie, right? Their par would be gone. God,
Yeah, it would.
destroyed.
I thought you were gonna come up with some great story about someone that brought their little had a hibachi grill mounted to their golf cart, and they were making s'mores and
No,
selling
this is
s'mores
better.
on the golf course. Yeah,
This is way better.
yeah.
Well, and then like the hay bales out in the fields. Have you ever seen those pictures where they're covered in the white like plastic and they look like marshmallows sitting
They
in the
do.
field?
They're fabulous. Yes.
oh, yeah, the big round.
Yeah,
hay
Big
bales.
they
round
protect
bags.
them
Yeah,
from the
yeah,
weather.
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no stories of that. I just saw it and I was like, man, that's such a funny prank. But I mean, the landscape. I'm wondering, marshmallows will dissolve once the sprinklers hit them. But imagine if they didn't and they had to mow it, and then they're just caked with all this marshmallow goo and grass.
I love that. I
Oh,
love
man.
that.
KCHW does not endorse.
But that's a really great idea.
Put
Okay,
her-
so for
I
all this,
created a
right?
monster over here.
I
It's
know,
just
right?
like, I can't
Well,
wait to do that.
Exactly. Well, because, you know, I do have a marshmallow recipe, so I'm like, how can I adapt it? What can I add in my chemistry kit so that the marshmallows don't quite dissolve?
Our apologies to the golf course maintenance crew
So
for what may come
funny.
of this conversation.
That's a great science experiment. Thank you. Every homeschooling mom out there is like, ooh.
I will say for a recipe for your marshmallows,
Yes.
not to make them for the golf course, but just for
Sure.
flavor wise,
Uh-huh.
cardamom. I would love to have like cardamom marshmallows.
Huh.
Ooh, cardamom's one of my favorite flavors.
Okay.
I love it, love it, love it.
Can you bring to mind the flavor of cardamom?
It's
I can't either. Do
it's
you have
sort
any?
of a mild. It's not. It doesn't quite reach floral, but it's also not quite grassy. It's just this wonderful blend of like sweet and sort of umami and earth, sort of earthy, but still kind of this uplifting. I don't really know how to describe it. It tastes like cardamom. It's just a
Chamomile similar?
no, chamomile is more the sort of chamomile to me is kind
Chamomile
of
is
flat,
more flowery, yeah.
yeah.
And sweet cardamom. I'm gonna have to go and try cardamom now because
Yeah.
I can't think of it.
It's one of my favorite flavors.
Are we on?
Are we on? I believe so. We were on unless we had some
Additional technical difficulties,
right?
which would not be surprising this morning.
And there we go. We're live on Facebook. You know, I clicked the button. I swear I did, but we were running a little bit behind, and I got it going as we got started, and I must have clicked it and then immediately went to another page and didn't check to make sure it was actually streaming. So there we go. We are online on Facebook, on YouTube. If you missed the first part of the show, you can always go to YouTube.
Oh, nice.
It has
And
been
we'll be
streaming
there.
there. Yeah, YouTube or Twitch.
Okay.
And maybe even someday we'll get on some other platforms too. We'll get on. We'll be everywhere. You can't get away from us. All right, so I'm going to do the last couple of these here. Gosh, we got way off topic there, didn't we?
We did. I'm sorry
That's
because
a-
it was
no,
so
no.
good because we had such a great idea over here from my co-host here, my
Right?
compatriot of trouble.
I had no idea you were so anti-golf, though. That was perfect. It's like,
I was like, that was perfect for me. I'm just like, yes, send me to Nebraska right now.
You know, next Friday, I think we should bring a little s'mores kit.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll make some s'mores. I don't know. Can we do like a hibachi grill or something here in the studio? Probably not.
I will happily burn as many marshmallows as you want, but I don't like them at all.
Oh,
I'm
you
not a s'mores girl, huh?
You don't like s'mores?
I don't. I don't. I know, right?
Wow.
I know. People everywhere are like, oh, how could that be?
You and Kat would get along great. She did a whole video because of how much she hates s'mores.
This must be why we're good friends.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But she did. She's a good sport. She actually ate a s'mores in the music video
Wow.
for the video. Yeah. Yeah. And the faces she made in that video after eating the s'mores were genuine.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I have hysterical pictures of us making a s'more for Xander when we lived in the
Mm-hmm.
RV and we didn't have fire. Good morning, Ken.
Well, good morning, Ken. Sorry for getting everything going late. We're
Yeah.
on now. But
But I'm telling my wonderful s'more story. So we only had candles.
you're like,
and
shut
so
up, Chuck. I'm telling a story about s'mores.
so we had a s'more we had the marshmallow over a candle. And so I have a picture of Xander where Daniel is holding the marshmallow over the candle, and it wasn't a scented one because that would just be gross.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did it end up tasting like
Yeah, like
vanilla
this, no.
fields?
It was one of the candles that I made. I did unscented candles that I sold for a long time. But anyway, so he's holding it over, and Xander's on the other side and just looking up with his mouth open, like, "Wow, fire in the RV, and we're cooking food." I mean, it was
Nice.
just so funny. And he thought it was great. He loved them,
That's awesome.
right?
That's awesome. You could maybe for s'mores we'll bring in a Sterno can.
Oh, that would be fun.
That sounds safe, right? That's safe.
Well, sure,
Ish.
sure. It's us. We'll make it work.
We'll put it on a plate turned upside down. so there's a
Exactly.
little air
No
yeah,
problem.
We got this.
We'll,
we got
we'll
this.
surround it with paper or something. That would be safe.
And anybody on the board of directors listening, this is just hypothetical. We're not
really
actually
gonna do it.
We're not actually gonna do this. Yeah.
So there's still no video, Ken says. And
There's
I'm
still
looking
no
at
video.
it, and it says KCHW Studios Productions. Thank you.
You know, this is what happens when we go into the show with computer problems and we're trying to get things rebooted and
Right.
going as we start. We forget things like
Right.
switching
Oh,
the
there
camera
we are.
angle. There we go. Thank you, Ken.
Thank you, Ken. I was
Appreciate
going
it.
to say it might not actually be a bad thing that there's no, video, but just saying.
We are there
How
now.
awake are we?
I am
Right?
in there. I see me.
You see you?
I
Good.
see me.
Yay.
I see you too. Nice. All right. Let's just go ahead and move on to the next topic here. Let's go to the most American foods.
Where are you now?
We're in the bits and breaks.
I know, but okay, let's see. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
scroll down.
Do you see it? Do you see anything about American food?
Am I on the wrong day? I did this the other day. No, I'm on the right day.
I'm on the right day.
Yeah, if you go to
Yeah, I've been with you about vibration,
oh yeah.
and
Where
now
did I go?
I don't know where you went, but I don't see anything about American food. Oh, here we go. Here we
There
go.
you
Now I know where
There
you were.
go,
Okay,
there
go
you
for it. Go for it.
Okay, no, you go. You go.
Oh, you
This-
want
this
me
is
to
yours,
go
yeah.
for it?
Unless you want to do the things that tick off other guys. Oh, do that. Maybe do that one.
Okay.
Pick one. Pick one, Paula.
Okay. This is a
Okay.
lot of fun.
Okay.
Things guys do that tick off other guys. I'm not a guy. I've totally done this. Pull up to a stoplight and rev their engine for the world to hear. Does that make you mad?
I don't.
No, not personally. No.
Right. I
don't-
wouldn't think.
I don't really think it makes guys mad. It might make you laugh sometimes,
Right.
or it might. You might be like, "Oh yeah, it's on."
Right. Or you know that this person has a problem with their engine, and at low revs they have to gun it to keep it going, and so they're sitting there with neutral.
Definitely in Stevens County. That's what.
Yeah,
usually
exactly.
It
You're
is.
like, and you're not really trying to rev it up to go for a race. You're literally trying to keep your car on.
I used to mess with people when I was younger, much younger.
Sure, check last week.
Right. I had bought this old van from this old guy. It was a friend of my dad's. It was a friend of my dad's friend or his dad, right? And it was this old like 1970s, one of those little short-bodied like street vans, those little short bunchy vans.
Yes.
And this old guy was, he was a handyman, he was a mechanic, he was a jack of all trades, and he had taken the engine in this thing and just like completely like souped up this engine. It was one of those old 318 Dodge engines. If you're a car person, you know how probably one of the most reliable engines ever built.
Wow.
Bored it out, did all this stuff,
Are you a car person?
all this emission stuff.
I use one.
Okay. I love
I'm
it. So
not-
you're like talking about car people, and I was like, maybe he knows what he's talking about. So I did this, and he had the same Blake look that I.
I'm not a car person.
It sounds like it's a V8, right?
It
318.
is,
Yeah.
it is,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
not a
good.
car person. I just had this one van, and I learned a lot about it from this one van. But yeah, and I had the bubbled windows in the back and the orange, the green shag carpet and everything.
Oh,
Yeah,
funny.
it was a great van. But I'd pull up to people at stoplights, and people would, because
It's a sleeper, is what you're saying.
the
right?
whole body on the outside, it was all
Right.
completely spray painted. It did not look nice. It was old. There was some rust, and and people would kind of point and laugh or look over and be like, "Oh my God," And then I'd like do that thing. I'd rev my engine down, and I'd pull up next to Corvettes and sports cars and do that, and they'd all laugh at me, and I would beat them with this old van.
Oh,
That
how
thing,
funny.
I'd squeal the tires in that thing and just take off with this old van, and everyone's like, "What in the world just happened?"
Okay, so
It was a terrifying van. It was way too powerful. It had way too much. It had
Too much
way
power.
more capabilities than a van like that should have.
you're like,
Right.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So in Spokane, we might have done this. We might not have done this. I refuse to say one way or the other, but we might have in a future or, alternate dimension, since we're talking about parallel dimensions. When those people are next to us in our electric car and they're going, right? Because there's a
Yeah.
lot of Corvettes for some reason in this area. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but it's like a major Corvette. So we love having them next to us with our electric car.
Yeah.
Because they're over there going, right? And then that light turns green. We verify there's no traffic coming, and then we punch it, and we are up the hill, and they're like, what happened? It is so much fun because without all that show, right? Without that gunning of the engine, because there's no hesitation with the electric car. You
Right.
put that down, and you're gone.
Yeah.
And if we put it in sport mode, we're really gone.
And the
Yeah.
electric motors, they don't lose any torque during, because there's no gears.
Yeah.
There's no transmission. It just, and
Yeah.
you have continuous power throughout
Yeah.
whatever they call it, the spectrum or whatever. I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not a car
Daniel
guy.
could,
I'm just
I was gonna say
pretending.
Daniel could say it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All I know is that I push it. There's no hesitation, and I go, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, our Prius, the same thing. Man.
Yeah.
I think people are always surprised that thing gets up and goes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the earlier model Priuses, I don't think had
That reminds me, yesterday I was driving and I realized I wasn't going, I was going like, maybe
12.
a little under 12, a little under the speed limit in my big truck, and then
yeah.
this Prius passes me and I just laugh, I'm just like,
Right.
my guys drive big trucks because they need to compensate for something, and I was just like, my elevation was I just was depleted. I was like, man, my masculinity took a hit there.
Are you saying you drive a big
No.
truck because you need to compensate for something?
That's what they say.
Or are you saying most do?
Yeah, mostly. Yeah.
Some guys just need the big truck.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, yeah.
I use it actually.
It's like
a working truck.
I need a work truck. But
I've had
yeah.
multiple large trucks, and I just needed
Yeah.
a big work truck. I needed something big enough to haul my stuff, have my tools in the back seat, and still be able to throw a kid in there every now and again.
There you go.
But yeah, when you see the half-ton truck that's jacked all the way up, that has the huge tires on it, that's not
Right.
really built to be a mud rig. Like it's a half-ton.
Right.
you know,
Single
it's-
cab, short bed.
Okay, so the
Yeah.
ones that get me are the lowriders, the trucks and their trucks, but they've like made them weird, something with the suspension, so they're like on the ground.
How do they
And you're
handle parking lots with speed bumps?
Yeah, how do they go over anything? Like they're so low, and you're like, that is so stupid. You ruined both the truck and the function, and I mean,
They have to actually like flip the suspension around so it can be underneath the
Yeah.
drivetrain and stuff.
isn't that
Like,
crazy?
yeah, everything's opposite. I think that's how they do that. But
Some
I-
some of them are cool. I know when I was younger, my sister had a friend of hers, and her husband was really big into doing, not necessarily the trucks, but he'd take like all the all the old classic cars and deck them out, and he competed in these like stereo competitions, where they like turn the whole entire back
Yes.
into speakers and blow it, close the windows and then crank the speaker up and blow out the windows type stuff. And he let me borrow. Oh man, what was it? It was this. I don't remember what it was. An old car for prom. He let me borrow one of those with the sound system and everything, and the lowriders, and it had the hydraulics that bounced going
Oh,
down the
funny,
road. Boing,
right?
boing. Yeah. Oh, it was amazing. He didn't let me use the hydraulics. He said, "Don't use the hydraulics." But of course, I listened to that.
Right. It's like so you're going down, and the front end is up, and you're like, "Wee," going down.
That's like putting a teenager in a car with hydraulics and saying, "Don't use the hydraulics." Is like
of
putting
course
a big
you're gonna hit that hydraulic. Yeah.
It's like putting a big red button in front of somebody. Say, "Hey, don't push this big red button."
I would push the button.
I always
Would you
push the button.
it'd be hard not to, wouldn't it?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
like the bell. It's like even if you don't need to use it, you go up there and you hit
Ding,
that
ding, ding,
bell.
They hit the bell.
You
Yeah.
know, like, sorry, I just had to.
Right.
Yeah, but
It's like
Have
a
you-
compulsion.
have you ever been somewhere where they're like, "Oh, you don't want to do you want to hit the bell? Do you want to ring the bell?" Just because.
Yeah, at the bar, and then they make you buy a round
Right?
for everybody.
No, yeah, don't ring the bell at the bar. All right, tell us some other things that tick off other guys here, Paula.
Okay. I'm not gonna read that one because I don't believe
Oh
it.
my goodness!
Right. I see. Okay.
No, now we have to read it because this is
Ugh,
horrible.
This is so bad. Okay. Things guys do that tick other guys off, bragging about cheating on their wife. I'm saying that, and that's really dry.
Okay,
kind of.
I'm not a violent person. I'm not a fan of violence. But if you're in the bar and your buddy's bragging about cheating on his wife, why don't you just pop
Smack him.
Yeah, just give him a good smack.
Not a violent person at all, am I? I know. Look at the face. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with Craig here. Okay.
Yeah, don't do that. That is so tacky.
That is that low, man. That's just.
And what makes you think if you're the person doing that the other person wants to hear that?
Right, that they're going to be impressed.
Yeah, no, nobody's impressed by that, guys.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you do have a friend that is impressed by that,
Yeah.
Yeah. yeah.
We made the same sound. I know. He's reading the other ones too. He's like,
it just sounds like there's some castration that's going on in that the aftermath of that. It's like doesn't sound like a good
Yeah, no.
good thing to be talking about.
No.
yeah, not good for anybody.
Yeah.
All right, going to that.
I don't like these, Chuck.
Yeah, some of these are bad. Go ahead. We'll do them anyway.
No.
No, okay. If you don't
No,
want it, you can skip
I'm
it.
reading. You reading? Do you really want to say any of these? I mean, they're not worthy of repeating, right? I put him on the spot. Now he's gonna be like, right.
I don't read so good, Paula. I told you that.
How about being a know-it-all?
Okay. Oh, and I can. Okay, this one too. Okay, being a know-it-all.
What's
Well,
the-
you just said being a know-it-all.
So, did I say that? Yeah, I just said that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. I took it from you. I'm sorry.
it's okay. I'm not threatened by that. It's okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Sometimes if it can be done right, if somebody actually knows what they're talking about, or doesn't know what they're talking about enough to where it's at least comical.
Well, but I don't think it's a guy thing per se too, because sometimes you meet that person, male or female, and you can't say anything without them telling you what you can do.
Yeah.
Right?
Or just topping your stories. It's
Yeah.
similar type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like-
I always get kind of like, yeah, I just don't know if they're really even listening to what I say. I just think they're just looking for a point to just say what they've been thinking about saying. Just any lead in,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some of that, but then also too, there's a lot of neurodivergent people that actually, that's their way of connecting and their way of communicating. So it's not always meant to be, some sort of. It's not
Yeah,
always
but
meant
I
to
think-
top you, but sometimes
Yeah.
some people
that's the way
only
they.
know how to
Yeah,
communicate,
exactly.
But,
I know what you mean.
but yeah.
I think there's two different things, because I have experienced what Craig is talking about, where you talk about this great story and you're so excited to share it, and then the person across from you, you thought they were paying attention, and all of a sudden they're like, yeah, and I did blah 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 blah,
Yeah.
and you realize that what they're talking about has like nothing to do with what you were talking about, and they literally were just waiting for you to shut up.
Right.
So that they could tell their story, because obviously their story is better than my story. I feel like that's different than the neurodivergent, where you tell a story about golfing with marshmallows, right? And they go, wow, I think I have a story about golfing that would be so perfect in, and then they share their golfing story,
Yeah,
because that
there's-
demonstrates they're listening.
There's relatable stories,
Yeah.
and then there's the one-up stories.
Yeah, and that, or they're not even paying attention story. Yeah.
Or when people start off their story with, well, that's nothing, because this one time, yeah, your story sucks. Let me tell you a real story.
That came at band camp?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Some of these are really bad.
Well, it's funny is because, Mr. Know-It-all. It's like, to really think you know it all. That's like the
Right?
lowest form of intelligence, I think, because
There's
you
so much
got to
more to
keep
know.
the brain open to
Yeah.
new ideas. I believe. I mean, that's the way I feel about it.
Well, I think too, there's a difference between sharing cool information and just kind of doing a brain dump or just saying interesting things, and when somebody's doing something, trying to correct them all the time and said, "Oh yeah, there's a better way to do that."
Well, you
There's a better
should
way. Yeah.
have,
Should've done it
or
this
a
way.
better way. Sometimes I have to go to one of my friends and be like, okay, I don't need you to fix this. I don't need ideas. I know what I need to do. I just need to vent.
Yep.
Right? Because otherwise, I'll be saying something and they want to say, oh, well, you should do this and this and this and this. And I'm like, okay, I don't need that. Thank you. I need to get this out and express it and then let it be gone.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's a major difference between men and women. Like, men go to seek advice
Yeah.
to get through a problem where they might not know, where women are just looking for the support.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it goes both ways, and it's not necessarily just black and white, or
Yeah,
it's definitely, but it's a generalization that kind of makes sense. I've definitely buttoned my lip before and been like, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that you're going through that, instead of being like, this is what you need to do.
Right?
Yeah. Yep.
That is awesome.
Sometimes you just need to listen and shut up, which
Yeah.
sometimes I have problems with.
Well, I think everybody does. I think we all do it at some point,
Yeah.
And I have to ask, and I've told my children, I'm like, if you need to just vent, just say, I need to vent, Mom. And then I'll be like, okay, and I'll listen and I'll just turn off that. I have to fix everything, Or like, with Daniel, Daniel, he's brilliant and wonderful and amazing. And, he does know everything, I think, sometimes, or he's dabbled in it, or he's looked in it, or he's read about it, or he's just got one of those amazing minds.
Yeah.
And so I'll be like, oh, I'm going to do blah, blah, blah. And he'll go, well, you know what we could do? And I'm like, babe, we do not need to reinvent the wheel again. Stop.
Yeah.
So, like you said, I think we're all guilty. I know I do.
Yeah,
sometimes,
I know I do.
Sometimes my kids
Yeah.
are like, Dad, shut up.
Yeah.
We
yeah.
got this. Especially kids, because you're there to guide them, and you're there to teach them and show them
Yeah.
your wisdomly ways. And
Yeah.
and sometimes, especially as teenagers, they just want to figure it out. They just want to.
They want their parents to be quiet. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
learning that at great cost. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, exactly. And I mean, we know that we learn best when a mistake is involved.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's kind of like,
And as parents, it's hard to watch us make the same mistakes that we made and not say, hey, there's a way you can do that and avoid that mistake. But again, I think, you learn more from the mistakes, and you do, you're going to remember that better.
exactly. I know
next
what you
time.
mean.
Yeah, see?
Right.
Four-fingered Craig over here.
Yeah.
Was that real, or were you just doing that?
No, just-
Okay,
I was
didn't
like,
think so.
what?
Just for a
How did
second,
I miss this? Wow. Am I like the queen of not observant or what?
I don't know.
I did it fast.
Yeah.
Good.
And it grew back, thankfully.
Yeah. I've
It's
known,
like, that's not how you use a table saw, Craig.
right.
Oh my gosh.
I've known enough people that had missing fingers to where you never know.
Okay. Do you know why I can never blow glass? It is related to this conversation, I swear.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, right, the table saw and safety, what do they say? Don't ever use your hand to push the wood through or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was in an electronics class for my computer degree, right? We had to build a circuit board. And the first thing the instructor said was, do not touch your board when it's hot. Makes sense.
It does.
Yeah. Anyway, so about halfway through the course, I was designing my circuit board, and I wasn't getting connection all the way through. It wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
And so what do I do without even thinking? I start poking all the pieces to see if they're firmly in place in my circuit board. And I had like a, what is that square one with the electronic? The transistor or something. It's a square. It has a little round hole in the middle.
We'll call it a transistor.
I can't remember. This was
It's
well,
a
this is a
diode,
while
maybe?
ago. Yeah, this is a while ago, guys. But anyway, of course, I did it with it was hot. It burned an imprint. It was on my finger for at least a decade.
Wow.
Yeah, it was there for a long time.
Wow.
Wow.
And of course, the instructor said, "Yep, every class, somebody will do it." And I'm like, "Yes, that was me."
And this one is you. So how does that relate to not being able to blow glass?
Well, because they would say, "Don't inhale."
Oh.
And I would be that one person who's like, don't inhale, don't inhale, don't inhale. And then I would die, and it would be horrible and painful. So,
that would
right?
be horrible.
Wait, can you just, right? It would be awful.
How about just don't inhale?
Well, just
You
saying.
I took a glass blowing class once, and it was
Yeah.
one of the coolest experiences of my life.
I think it's
I'm
so
just
cool.
saying.
I love the art.
I made a pumpkin.
Oh, how cool.
I have it up on my shelf at home. It's gorgeous.
Well, and it's not glass inhaling.
That's true. That's true. It's glass blowing.
Right?
Right.
It is glass blowing, yes. Yeah, glass inhaling is like some type of water
But
torture
I'm
is
dyslexic,
horrible.
so I'd probably do the same thing.
See?
And then
Oh
breathe
my
in and
gosh.
die.
Fair.
I've
That's fair.
given you a new phobia, right? Because I love, like, what is that show on Netflix, Glowforge or the next Hot Top? What is it? The competition?
Yeah, it's a.
You know the one I'm thinking.
Yes, I know.
Have
It's
you
one of
seen
my.
it?
It's one of my favorite shows. It's
Oh, I
something
love it. They bring artists over from
blown,
all over
blown
the
away.
Yes, blown
Blown
away.
away.
They bring them from all over. They put them in one massive studio, and then they go and they compete, and they have to build, whatever the current subject is.
Yeah.
And it is so cool. These guys and these girls are amazing. They're brilliant
Yeah, they get some of the best,
artists.
the best unknown glass blowers in the world,
Yeah.
and they get mentorships with some of the most famous glass
Oh,
blowers.
amazing. Yeah.
And I think, like the last time, the winner got a scholarship to the Corning.
Yes.
Was the Corning Institute, the Corning Glass Blowing
I
School?
can't. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And then actually, one of them was not the winner, but they got a mentorship at our local in Seattle, the Chihuly Museum, the Glass
Yeah.
Museum over in Seattle.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we have, here in the Pacific Northwest, we have a world famous exhibit and studio
Mm-hmm.
in the Chihuly. If you've never been over there, it's definitely worth a trip over to Seattle, Tacoma
Yeah,
area.
it's right
Yeah.
under the Space Needle.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Mm.
My uncle recently he passed away earlier this year. Friends with Chihuly used to tell me about going to his house and
Nice.
swimming in his pool. Chihuly actually had a pool in his house made out of that he had like lined the pool with his glass artwork.
Okay, that's kind of scary because
Yeah.
I've seen his artwork and they're pointy.
Well, this was I believe was probably feet safe. I don't think it was.
Like these jagged
I
things
don't think it was.
pointing out
I don't
me
think it
from
was
the
big jagged
side.
artwork in the bottom of the pool, but
Oh my gosh. Okay, again,
Okay,
I swear
okay,
this
what?
is related.
okay.
I used to live in Arizona, right?
Mhm.
So I didn't know this. A friend posted a picture of her pool, right? Because most people in Arizona, if they have like, a nice house, they have a pool back there.
Mhm.
Okay, I lived in Arizona for 4 years. I never checked for this. There were scorpions in the bottom of the pool, like alive. Like, so you get in the water of your pool, and it was shallow. It was only like a wading pool. It was only like 4 feet deep, and there were scorpions alive in the pool.
Wow.
I never checked for scorpions in the pool.
You just gave me another reason to be afraid of water.
I'm sorry, Chuck. Oh no, Kenny, you still there? We lost a viewer. Come back.
Oh,
We
no.
love you.
Sorry. All right, so we're gonna go on to some dumb laws.
Okay.
Do you guys want to go round robin on some of these? Because some of these are pretty funny.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So I'll kick things off here in North Carolina. It's illegal to be a professional fortune teller. Amateur fortune telling is allowed, but only if it's practiced in a school or get this in a
church setting. That's That's awesome.
What?
I'm going to go get a tarot deck and go visit the church. All right, I'm here. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah, that's.
All right. Go ahead. Can you see these enough? Do you just want me to? Do you just want to make funny comments?
I
while me
can
and
do
Paula read?
Tennessee.
Okay.
Driving
All right.
while asleep is illegal,
Oops, I just moved the
which
screen.
is common sense law ensuring road safety.
Okay, I've driven
Yeah.
in Tennessee. That's a real thing. It was terrifying driving in Tennessee at night. You used to live there.
I did. I lived in Knoxville for a while. I lived in Pigeon Forge. Yeah, it was worst drivers.
It was so
They're
bad.
insane.
Yeah.
They're absolutely insane. People drive through that city like it's a NASCAR racetrack.
It's crazy. Yeah, driving through Tennessee, and admittedly, it was late. We were trying to get to Virginia, but there was a guy who was, he was so tired, right, that all he could see were the lights in front of his car. And so he would drive up and get right behind whoever was in front of him and like right against their bumper. And he would stay there and match your speed and stay with you until you turned off the road. And then he'd be like, oh, and then he'd speed up to go to the next driver.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was terrifying. It was absolutely terrifying. And then the people that didn't have lights on their trailers, so you go to pass somebody and you think the lane is empty, and then you realize there's a trailer right there that's
Right.
not lit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tennessee, they don't have any laws regarding trailers.
Oh, it was
you don't
terrifying.
need license plates. There's no inspections. You don't need any. You can just grab whatever you want and tow it down the road.
Yeah,
There's
it was terrifying.
yeah.
I will say driving in Tennessee at night was absolutely terrifying, especially on those narrow 2-lane
Yeah.
like highways.
And I don't know if it still is, but for many years considered the most dangerous highway in the U.S. is in eastern Tennessee. For the life of me, I can't
Believe
remember
it.
the name of the highway, but it's a very fast, twisty, turny. It really feels more like a backcountry road, but people drive 75, 80 miles an hour down it.
Yeah, I was going to
And,
say we were probably on it.
Yeah. And it backs up to people's houses, and the driveways are long and narrow. So people pull into their driveway. They have to pull in straight forward and drive in, and then the only way to get back out of a lot of these driveways
Just
is to
straight
back out into this really dangerous. There's no shoulder.
Can you imagine?
It's the most dangerous highway in the U.S. because
Wow.
of all those homes that are on it that have to back out into this busy, crazy, turny, twisty driveway where there's every 20 feet is a blind spot.
Oh
and,
my gosh.
Nobody can see where you're going, and people just back right out in the road.
My knuckles are getting white. Just
I
thinking.
Right,
know,
you think,
right?
right? I'm thinking there are a lot of people who pray in Tennessee because every time they back up out of the house, they're like, "Oh God, please
Right?
save me!" You know.
And it's a busy highway. It's
Oh,
not.
it's terrifying.
It's not some lonely back highway. It's busy.
Yeah. I want to say I think we've driven that because
Yeah.
we were going across. We went from the southwest bottom part of Tennessee all the way across Tennessee to the northeast tip because we were going all the way across to get up to Virginia.
Yeah.
And it was scariest driving.
And the Snake is right up in that same area, which is famous. Motorcyclists flock to the Snake to drive the Snake, because it's another
Yeah.
one where it's twisty and windy and fast.
Fast. Wow.
Yeah.
You want to go for a
Was
drive,
it like
Craig?
7 miles long or something?
The Snake?
Just
I don't know how long it is, but it's
I don't either.
it's pretty long. There was one time
according to Jim Morrison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time we were on the Snake and we pulled over because there was something going on. There was, a disturbance. There was like the side of the guardrail was broken,
Oh my gosh.
and we're like, "What the heck's going on?" There was a shoulder to pull over right there, so we pulled over and looked, and there was a car down in the ravine. And that's another thing about the Snake too. It's not, it's not a traveling through the trees. It's like the side of it's like a cliff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this one.
Okay. Go ahead.
In Florida, it's illegal to sell your children. So if you want to sell your children, make sure to leave Florida and go to Texas or
Where it is
Kentucky.
legal, yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
sell your children there. You could probably get more for them, I don't know what, in Kentucky or Texas. What do you think?
Probably in Florida because it's illegal there.
Oh, right. They would be banned.
Yeah.
Substances, children.
The black market. Yeah.
We shouldn't
Oh,
joke about that.
We shouldn't joke about that because that's like
Child
a thing.
trafficking, yeah.
No, that's not fun. That's not funny.
It was
Paula.
funny for a second, and then now it's not funny.
Then the realization hit you.
Yeah. Okay. In Alabama, it is illegal to drive while blindfolded.
Oh, Alabama.
I just have no words.
Every law exists for a reason. Yeah. They don't just arbitrarily make up these things out of thin air.
What is that movie with he's like, yeah, right? And he is blind, and so he hires his kid, and they go to a car dealership.
The Al Pacino movie.
Yeah, the Al Pacino movie. Yeah. Have you seen that movie? Well, so
is it The Scent of a Woman?
Scent of a Woman.
Scent of a Woman, yeah.
Yeah, and he tells the kid, okay, it's a bucket list. We're gonna go drive this car, and it's like a Ferrari or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so the kid is like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Well, you're gonna tell me what to do." And so he gets behind the wheel, and he takes off. And the kid is like, freaking out. And he's like, "Okay, am I going straight?" And he's laughing. And he thinks it's great fun. And left, left, left. And so he turns on a dime and stop. And he screams on the brakes. And yeah, and then that TV show, the guy with the girl, and they test things. You should see the look Chuck is giving me. You can't see the look Chuck is giving me.
The guy and the girl, and they test things. Like
okay, it's the two guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they like blow stuff up and they test things. Do people really? Does this really happen? If this is
it MythBusters?
Yes, MythBusters.
Okay,
thank you. You're so good. You got me, Chuck. Anyway, they tested this, and so they created a course, and they guided each other through blindfolded, and they actually did pretty good. So you can drive blindfolded.
Oh, yeah.
I don't recommend this, but you can.
Yeah. Yeah, going back to me living in Tennessee, I worked a summer at a RV resort right next to Dollywood.
Fun.
And it was one of my jobs to help, because it was like a horseshoe-shaped park, right? And there was very little room to maneuver. And one of my jobs was to greet people when they came in. I'd get my golf cart, and I would escort them to their site and help guide them in. And
Well, blindfolded.
I had to do this with every person. And, there were people that came in, I've been a truck driver for 25 years. I don't need help back in my trailer. They were always the worst.
Right.
Always.
Always
The worst. The professional truck drivers, for some reason, that skill does not translate to RVs.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But I had one woman in particular. She was terrified. It was her first time ever driving an RV. She had never backed it up.
That is terrifying.
And again, these were spots where you had to like pull forward and back in at a strange angle to the spots. And she was shaking, and she's like, "I need you to do this. I can't do this. Can you just back it in for me?" And we could not. It was we weren't covered for the insurance. It was just the thing. They were like, "You cannot drive anybody's vehicle."
I'd be crying.
It was an established rule.
Yeah.
So I very calmly, I calmed her down, and I said, "Just close your eyes." And just listen to my voice. And I stood outside her window, and I just guided her. I said, "Okay, left, left, left," and just really slowly.
And now you're a radio announcer.
And she backed up in one shot, absolutely perfect, with her eyes closed. And she opened her eyes, and she was terrified, and her RV was in the spot, and she was just like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I did that." And
that is awesome.
The confidence she had gained from that was amazing. It was really cool to see.
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe she thinks if she backs up, she can drive better.
Yeah. I hope next time she doesn't try to do it with her eyes closed.
Right.
Because
backing up can be difficult.
It can be, especially if it's a small trailer. Smaller trailers are harder than big trailers.
Yeah, because it's quick. When they start kicking, they just get ahead of you way fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
The longer trailer's way easier.
Yeah.
So the downside of having your wife on the radio is I tell all of the secrets of our house. So Daniel, the person I talk about a lot, he would be able to park our RV. I mean, you would not think that he could get it in there. He parallel parked in Monterey on a 2-lane road. He has backed the RV into spots where nobody else could get in. That's the only reason the spot was there. Mm-hmm. And he can maneuver, in between concrete walls and fences and everything else. And he just, it's brilliant. But yeah, you put a trailer on that, and it's a whole different story. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just, all the physics are just baffling.
Oh, when I started, it was when we first started traveling, because we traveled full time for about 4 years.
Right.
Backing that RV into, I was terrified. I couldn't do it. I had trailers and stuff throughout my life, but never like anything that large.
Yeah.
And had to be that precise with it. And the thing that really helped me, aside from helping other people, is when I first started that job, I was better than I had been, but I really needed to get really good really fast.
Yeah.
I just spent like a couple days watching YouTube videos, and there's a lot of really great tutorials and drawings and breakdowns of the angles and how you need to do it. And if you have problems with the trailer, go on YouTube. There's a lot of really great tutorials, and even some of the things where it breaks down the math of how it maneuvers.
Well, and something simple that I didn't think about and it was a neighbor of mine, I think, that mentioned it. He's like, when you're backing up a trailer, try to do it where you're turning on your driver's side so you can watch the trailer better. If you try to go the other way, it's really hard to look across to the passenger mirror and be able to negotiate, like backing into an alley, for example, or a driveway.
Right. And you have more blind spots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean, and like thinking ahead of time too. It's easy to forget that you have a trailer on, and then all of a sudden you're in a position where you have to back up.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you can keep yourself from having to back up, then you're a lot better off.
Yeah.
But sometimes, of course, you can't. But
yeah, especially if you're not great at it. Yeah.
Anyway, I want to get a shout out to Will Lee. He put a little comment on her.
Yes. Good morning, Will.
Good morning, Will. Good morning.
He's my bandmate.
Nice. Well, let's do a couple more of these. We should cut off the chatter a little bit. No, we don't need to cut off the chatter, but we got to get the break.
This is why we're here. Yeah.
I know. Let's do a couple more of these, and we'll take our break.
Which one do you want?
Listen to the news, and do you want to take one? Go ahead.
I'm looking at you significantly.
Oh, one of these, another one of these?
Yeah.
Okay, in California, it's illegal for a woman to drive a car while wearing a house coat.
You've got to wonder about that one, right? So when somebody says house coat, I'm thinking of those light cotton. They had those snap buttons in the front with a little collar and big pockets, right? That's a house coat, right?
Isn't that like
cardigan?
Isn't that like a robe?
No, like a long. Yeah, it's long. It just goes to the knees.
Yeah.
And it's just light cotton, and it's just buttons, those snap buttons like on the Western shirts.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes down all the way, buttons all the way down, and it usually has big pockets. And it's just something that you can throw on over your nightie or something like that. It's not a robe though, because it's got buttons and it's cotton. It's not like towel material. But yeah, I'm trying to why can't you drive in a house? Maybe because the buttons come undone and you accidentally flash people. Yeah. See, did you find a house coat?
Yeah, maybe it's one of those.
They gave me robes. I was like, what?
Maybe it's like one of those old like decency laws that really don't have any.
Like the curler's law.
The curler's law. What's the curler's law?
Yeah, well, in some places it was illegal for a woman to leave the house while wearing curlers.
These don't look like what you're talking about, though. I don't think.
Let me see.
What is it? What do they look like?
This isn't this.
Yeah, it's like a short. It's almost.
There's something.
Can you show the camera? Unless there's stuff on your phone you don't want everyone to see.
No, it's just the images aren't very good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's just they're you throw them on over something. They're not like, you don't wear them, you don't sleep in them. You throw them on. And the ones in the 70s and 80s had buttons, but these don't have buttons, so I don't know.
Okay. Well, when we take our break, I'm going to do some house coat research because I kind of want one now.
Right.
I kind of want one, and then my wife will go around driving in it.
I think
just a
like Hugh Hefner, even though it was a robe, I mean, it's kind of like, it looks like a robe almost. But
like a smoking jacket?
No, because it closes.
Yeah.
A house coat closes. I mean, the woman is covered.
Yeah.
All the essential parts are covered.
Of the essential parts.
Right. But it's
distracting parts.
All the parts
about
that were
driving,
still allowed
right?
to work during COVID
right.
are covered. This next one here, it's illegal to serve apple pie in restaurants without cheese in Wisconsin.
Huh.
I keep hearing about this. I've actually heard it's delicious. I've never tried an apple pie with cheese.
That.
It's just not something that really appeals to me, but I've heard it's delicious. But it seems like it might be an acquired taste.
Well, and what's the fine? And how do they... That just seems like...
Is it because they make cheddar in Wisconsin and they want everybody to eat their cheddar?
Right? Like if you go to Columbia, is it illegal to not drink coffee?
Oh yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
You gotta drink coffee in Columbia. Like maybe. So okay, I'm stretching my imagination. I'm imagining, but like a nice sweet apple pie, and then a sharp white cheddar to kind of counterbalance that sweet.
Oh, that actually might be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm trying to okay, so we're gonna do our coffee taste off. Now we have to have apple pie with cheddar.
Is it kind of like the same principle of like putting salt on your cantaloupe or your watermelon?
I don't know.
I wonder.
I've never put salt on my cantaloupe or watermelon.
That's a thing apparently, and
Have you?
Not on either of those. No.
My grandma, a large woman, grew up. One of my most vivid memories of her as a child, for some reason, are the bat wings on her arms. So they were very large.
Oh my
But one of my most vivid memories of her is those things just swinging because her favorite thing in the world was watermelon, and she put so much salt on her watermelon. Her doctors kept telling her, you got to stop with the salt on the watermelon.
Wow,
and she would literally eat watermelon every day. It was
Wow.
when it was in season. She couldn't get enough watermelon, and she would shake that salt on there, and that arm would just be going, because she'd put all that salt on there, and she would go for a long time. The whole thing would be like a solid crust of salt on top of her watermelon.
That is hysterical. Actually, when you get older, your taste buds change, and you can't really taste. That's why a lot of our elderly will oversalt their food because it's a taste thing. They can't taste anything without that salt.
I did my wife, she put salt on her cantaloupe, and she always, for years, she's like, how do you eat cantaloupe without salt? And I tried it a couple times, and it was like, ew, it kind of tastes like salty cantaloupe. It's kind of gross.
That would be weird.
But just recently, I tried it again, and I kind of got it. It sort of brings out some of the flavors that you've never tasted before.
Well,
in
salt
the fruit.
is supposed to enhance food.
Yeah,
I've
but
seen
just a
cantaloupe.
little bit, not a lot. Just
Yeah,
a
but
little
not like
tiny little bit.
ionized table salt. Use like a kosher salt. Or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
better tasting
Well,
salt.
the Himalayan pink salt is my favorite.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
I know ice cream on cantaloupe. I've seen that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
I like to do on my ice cream like a balsamic glaze. Like
On your ice cream?
Like a balsamic reduction, like the Nonas or something like that on my ice cream. It's amazing. Like some pecans and that super syrupy, thick balsamic.
Huh.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Again, my flavor, I'm
Yeah.
very visual. I'm visualizing
sometimes you
this
put
and
it
trying
on
to taste it.
pizzas. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Good,
Huh.
good stuff.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. It creates this sort of tangy, wonderful experience. Yeah.
Interesting.
That's nice,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now we have to try the marshmallows at the golf course. We have to try the cheddar on the apple pie, and now we have to try the balsamic extraction stuff on cantaloupe.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Ice cream. That's
with
dessert.
pecans.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right.
See,
We're good.
now it's just a potluck.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll invite everybody.
Oh, that would be fun, actually.
It would be fun.
I do want to have a block party
Yeah.
at Triangle Park. Have all the neighbors and everybody, and we take over Triangle Park and have a block party. I think that would be a blast.
That would be cool. I'm not on your block. Would I be invited?
Yes.
I'm only a block over.
It's okay. You're only
Yeah,
a block over,
yeah,
and you're
yeah.
you're like my little bro. So yeah, you can.
Aw.
I'll invite you. You can come.
Aw. All right. Well, we got to go ahead before we run out of time for our sponsors to play here. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We're going to do our sponsors. We're going to come back. We're going to have more fun stuff, do some local activities,
Yay!
maybe some celebrity birthdays, some local birthdays, and let you get on with your day. And don't forget, we'll be at the farmers market later today all day. We're going to be selling the 50-50 raffle tickets.
Selling ducks.
We're going to be joined with the Lions Club
Yay!
selling ducks. They're not selling ducks. They're selling entries into the duck regatta,
I know.
which gets you a number on the bottom of a duck. That
And
goes
maybe a duck at the end that you steal.
maybe. You can talk to the Lions Club about that. I'm not going to say one way or the other. That is not
I
my
really
gig.
want a rubber duck. All right.
All right. We will we'll be right back with KCHW 102.7, your Northern Lights Public Radio.
No, we're still. Camera going. Camera's still going. We're still live. Oh, there we go. Phew. Great, great. Get this off my head.
It's 8:28.
Programming on KCHW is made possible in part by listeners like you and by
Country Chevrolet. Country Chevrolet, located at 880 South Main Street in Colville, is a full-service Chevrolet dealership, offering a wide range of new and pre-owned vehicles with at-home mobile test drive service available. In addition, Country Chevrolet also offers maintenance and service, vehicle rentals, and full auto detailing. More information is available at countrychevy.com or by calling 509-684-8400. KCHW would like to thank Country Chevrolet for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewila Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at chewilaflooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at chewilaflooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
The Public News Service DOA newscast, July the 28th, 2024. I'm Mike Clifford. Thousands of teachers, support staff, school nurses, and bus drivers heard from Vice President Kamala Harris Thursday at their convention in Houston.
The American Federation of Teachers was the first union to endorse Harris in her bid to be the Democratic presidential nominee after President Joe Biden dropped out of the race earlier this week. During her keynote speech, Harris spoke about the importance of teachers.
By nature, you are visionaries. The work you do is about a focus on the future. You see the potential in every child. You foster it, encourage it, and in so doing, you shape the future of our nation.
This was Harris' first trip to Texas since becoming a presidential candidate. I'm Frida Ross reporting.
Next, from the New York Times, Vice President Harris begins a 103-day sprint for the presidency in a virtual tie with former President Trump. That's according to the latest New York Times Siena College poll. That, as her fresh candidacy was quickly reuniting a Democratic Party that had been deeply fractured over President Biden. That from the New York Times. The report just days after Biden abandoned his campaign under pressure from party leaders. The poll showed Democrats rallying behind Ms. Harris as the presumptive nominee, with only 14% saying they would prefer another option. And recent Supreme Court rulings are impacting Virginia and the nation.
Climate advocates say the court overstepped its bounds in ruling the Environmental Protection Agency's Good Neighbor Rule was improperly enacted and repealing the so-called Chevron deference. Without it, judges have to rule on ambiguous regulatory laws with no agency expertise. Craig Siegel with Evergreen Action says the court is diminishing the capacity of Virginia's federal climate partners like the EPA.
By creating room to attack, for instance, carbon standards for power plants federally that Virginia might want to implement, or by making it harder for U.S. EPA to move us toward electric vehicles that would create jobs in Virginia and that would, clean up the air, especially in Northern Virginia where it's so congested.
He adds this creates an opportunity for states to lead on climate action, but partisan opinions on climate change vary across the country. In Virginia, this means mixed efforts from utility companies and lawmakers. Dominion Energy is developing offshore wind, but it's also pressing on with a natural gas plant residents vehemently oppose. These rulings, coupled with decisions on presidential immunity and what constitutes bribery, have eroded the Supreme Court's perception of impartiality. Polls show most Americans across party lines feel the court puts political ideology first. I'm Edwin J. Vieira.
Advocates say that some of the top issues for the next presidency will be the improving grid interconnection of clean energy projects and approving certain reforms for the Supreme Court. This is Public News Service. July is Disability Pride Month, and today is the 34th anniversary of the signing of the Americans with Disabilities Act.
Federal data show that more than 42 million Americans have a disability affecting their cognition, mobility, hearing, vision, or ability to provide self-care or live independently. Joe Xavier is director of the California Department of Rehabilitation, which helps people with disabilities thrive at work.
Studies over and over demonstrate that people with disabilities are a very solid part of our workforce. They stay in their jobs. They're committed to the work that they do. And so there's much less turnover, thereby reducing the cost and all the work associated with that.
Advocates say companies are responsible for providing accommodation in the same way they provide chairs and technology for all their workers. I'm Suzanne Potter.
The Centers for Disease Control is working to reduce health disparities among adults with disabilities who have higher rates of smoking, obesity, heart disease, and diabetes. And traveling around rural Minnesota can be difficult, but in more than half the state, nonprofit transit systems are helping people get where they need to go.
Arrowhead Transit will begin service in the Hibbing area on August 1st. The system already delivers fixed route and on-demand services to residents across northeastern Minnesota from the Canadian border to the northern suburbs of Minneapolis. A different service, TriCap, provides service in 5 east central counties. Dominic Olivante with Arrowhead Transit says they're committed to serving rural Minnesotans.
We are the largest rural transportation system in the state of Minnesota and the second largest in the country by land miles. We cover over 23,000 square miles, which is larger than the state of Vermont.
The services are operated under the authority of the Federal Transportation Administration and the Minnesota Department of Transportation. Mark Richardson reporting.
Finally, our Shantia Hudson lets us know as summer winds down and North Carolina students prepare to return to school, the focus shifts to the urgent need for better funding for public education.
The future of North Carolina school funding may hinge on Leandro versus North Carolina, a decades-long court battle about the financial challenges many districts face. Matthew Ellenwood directs the Education and Law Project at the North Carolina Justice Center. He stresses the crucial role of state funding in ensuring a quality education for every child.
We're waiting to see what the decision will be for that, but there's a lot at stake for families who are feeling these lack of resources in their schools locally, and people need to understand the huge role that the state plays in funding our schools locally because of what our Constitution says and the rights that it provides to families.
North Carolina ranks 49th in the U.S. for school funding. This is Mike Clifford, and thank you for ending your week with Public News Service. We are member and listener supported. Hear us on radio stations, big and small, your favorite podcast platform, and find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
And welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show. We're back with myself, Chuck, Paula, and Craig. We're here just having a good chat today. I was going to say something, and then it's just gone.
He looked at me, and it was like, what?
My brain, you ever hear your brain go into those old, like the 90s dial-up internet? That's just right in the middle of a sentence that just happened in my brain.
That was pretty good.
That was good. Do it again. Do it again.
Right.
I need to have that as a sound effect.
Sure.
Like the actual one. Not you. I mean, yours was good.
Right.
But I should have the actual one as a sound effect on my computer. So
that would be good. Right.
Anytime that happens, like the 10 times a day that happens, I can just go boop and just click it on the computer.
You know what my favorite sound effect is? My favorite sound effect. Whenever I stop at a red light or a stop sign, I pretend like I'm a big 18-wheeler and I have to do the compression brakes. I love that.
I always like to do I don't know if you've read the book or seen the movie Hitchhiker's Guide.
Of
if
course.
you're a fan.
Yes.
I always, anytime I go by like a door, like an automatic like sliding door, I always go, ah.
All right. And you always have a towel. There's always a towel.
Right? Don't forget your towel.
Towel.
Don't forget your towel.
Have you read the book? Like 40 years ago?
I remember watching a couple different versions of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a BBC that actually did a TV series back in the 70s. I've seen that one.
Right?
It has very, very much Doctor Who vibes.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the same kind of genre era.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I was talking to somebody and they were like, "Remember that really great show that was on in the mid '60s?" And I'm like, No, I don't.
Doctor Who. It's probably just say Doctor Who, and it's probably like that one.
No, it was something else. It was some, I don't know, Saturday cartoon special thing, and they were like, "Do you remember this and how fun it was?" And no, I don't. Sorry, wasn't born yet. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
it's okay.
no.
I'm a girly old. I'm sorry. I haven't had any sleep. No, yeah.
Well, some of us had Nick at Night, so there's that.
Right.
Yeah, that was where I got a lot of the old stuff. Car 54. Where are you, Mr. Ed?
No, Mr. Ed. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Ed, because the horse, right?
Yeah.
No, you say, Nickelodeon at night, I go straight Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was current at the at the time.
I know.
They used to play all kinds of the old black and white TV shows and old vintagey stuff. Yeah, the old Dennis the Menace. Yeah.
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 What was it? There was the one where there was there was like a race of like dinosaur people. I don't remember. I honestly, I'm picturing in my head. It was an old sci-fi TV series.
Like Dinotopia, they took the book and they made the show, but that wasn't in the 60s.
No, it was probably in the 70s.
Yeah.
The show was, and I remember the old reruns of that, and it was really bad. And my dad would like get it was the show was so bad. My dad would get angry that I would actually
funny
watch it. He's like, "Why in the world would you watch this garbage?" So,
right? Do you guys remember Space Ghost? Space Ghost. Do you remember
yeah.
Space Ghost. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, I remember that one too.
It's cool.
That was a good one. So let's go ahead. Someone go ahead and take celebrity birthdays. But before we get into celebrity birthdays, I'm going to get on the local Chihuahua Valley Lions Club, and I actually talked to the gentleman involved in this particular event happening today, just to make sure it was okay to talk about this today. And Paula, you'll understand. Today's Mitch and Sherry Freeman's anniversary.
Oh.
So I talked to Mitch last night, and he said it was okay to
say happy anniversary.
To say happy anniversary on the radio. But as we all know, we just recently lost Sherry. That's been a big hit to the community. Sherry was very well loved, and we all love you and miss you, Sherry and Mitch. I hope you have a great day if you're listening, and yeah, lots of big hugs out to you, Mitch.
Lots of big hugs. And the crazy woman waving at you when she drives by is me. I'm your neighbor, so just
yay.
So you know.
I kind of wish we almost bought the house not right next to them, but 2 houses down when we first moved here, and we didn't know them then. But we're like, oh, look at that cool house they have. They have cool yard signs and such a beautiful garden, and then and we could have been right there by the Triangle Park,
there.
And it would have been a great house. But we were at the time we had different ideas in our heads of what we wanted. We wanted a bigger yard.
Yeah.
And we couldn't get the real estate agent to show us the house.
Oh, that's frustrating.
So yeah, it was. We tried and tried and tried. Beautiful home, but yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, that's kind of irrelevant.
Okay, you should do this one because it's music.
Oh,
Mick Jagger is 81.
Woo, 81.
And still playing music.
Yeah, still
strong as
performing.
ever.
Yeah.
That's what I've been hearing. Like everybody that's seen him live, just
I
heard
putting on a great show.
I heard, was it them or Aerosmith? One of them is coming out with like a new album with new songs, aren't they? Didn't I hear something about that recently?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
No
I haven't
pressure.
heard either.
We're like looking at you for the answer.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
I just know, obviously like the Rolling Stones have had a major impact in music. And I might get some guff for saying this, but at some point watching the same people do the same songs since I can remember.
Right.
Sometimes maybe
try something new.
Yeah, hang it up or do something new.
Yeah.
Well,
we have a suggestion from Don Owen.
Sorry,
Olson. Sorry.
Yep.
Hitchhiker's radio play was incredible. We should bring that to KCHW. That would be a lot of fun. Hitchhiker's Guide radio show. That would be a lot of fun.
Okay. Thank you, Don.
Yeah.
Definitely, I'll look into that.
That would
be
be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I do need a lot of we play old time radio programs on Sundays, and a lot of those since I've started.
Know that?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I love those.
Yeah, we do kids story time in the mornings. We play a bunch of kids stories. Those are not old, but we do follow that up during the kids hour. We play right now, The Shadow from the 40s.
I love The Shadow.
Yeah. And that one,
Shadow. Yes.
And that one, I remember listening to that one. Actually, when I was doing construction, there was a radio station in Anchorage that played old time shows, and that one was one of those. Right, it was what I would do during my lunchtime. They played it at lunchtime.
Oh, fun!
And I would take my lunch, sit in my truck, and listen to The Shadow every day, and it became a thing I really looked forward to.
Okay, this was my favorite. Driving across the country, right? And you're on those lonely country roads, and you pull up the old radio shows.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The Shadow or The Phantom or what were some other ones? And then they would play the old ads for the wine, Pima wine.
Yeah,
right?
If you listen to ours, we have a disclaimer, before there saying that the ads are left intact for artistic value. There's even some of the old cigarette ads. And,
yes.
9 out of 10 doctors recommend this brand of cigarette. Yeah. Yeah.
To help you calm down, have a cigarette. Yes.
Yeah. The same thing with the All About the 80s on Monday nights with Rob Charles. A lot of their vintage ads from the 80s, radio ads from the 80s that played
Very
in that
cool.
show. Yeah. And yeah, so Sunday evenings we play, Lone Ranger, a lot of the old Abbott and Costellos. We have
how
Martin and
fun.
Lewis. Gosh, we have. I program these in every week. I should have them memorized, but
Yeah.
one that I actually kind of enjoy. I'm not a huge fan of the old westerns. A lot of people are, but one that I've actually kind of enjoying is "Have Gun Will Travel." We
I don't
the
think I
old-
know that one.
Yeah,
You
we
know
have
that one?
we have the old "Have Gun Will Travel," and I kind of dig
Nice.
it. Yeah. The
Okay.
guys.
I'm gonna have to pull it
Yeah.
up Sunday
Yeah,
and
yeah.
have us up.
Yeah, there's some good stuff on there, and during the kids show, old Superman. We've had the
Oh,
old Superman.
fun.
Yeah.
I was
it's
gonna
good
say,
stuff.
you know how Daniel listens to the show? He found an old radio, like one of those old big box radios.
Mhm.
You know, they're like a foot and a half. They're big, wide wood and everything.
Yeah.
It still works, and he has it on in our kitchen counter, and that's what we listen to the radio on. Is this big old radio box? I kind of expect to open it up and find the tubes. Remember the old?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Actually, Rob at the Truly General Store has one in there.
It's
Yeah.
so cool.
We've,
yeah.
we've got an old one in our case that it powers on, but it's got a blown tube in it.
I
And
think. Yeah.
I would love to get it working and get it fixed. If somebody out there knows what they're doing
Right?
with those things and has some extra tubes, I'd love to get it working. You can tell which one it is. It's black.
Yeah, just like a light bulb. Yeah.
Yeah.
When a light bulb
Yeah,
goes out. Yeah.
it's definitely burnt out. But
Oh wow. Yeah.
or
I
or,
think-
or even vice versa. I was actually thinking about this because I've got an extra display case now that doesn't have anything in it at all. I would love
Right.
to sort of expand. We have sort of a little KCHW museum that we're starting over there in the corner.
Nice.
With some memorabilia. Right now, it's just some random instruments I had at home, filling up most of it. But
It's a great idea.
Yeah,
I like
but
That would be cool.
If you don't necessarily even have to donate them to KCHW. If you just have some old stuff collecting dust that's should be seen, we'd love you. You can display it here. You can bring it on, and not anything huge, unless
Right.
it's an old jukebox. Then we can always make a place for
Chuck
an
would
old
make
jukebox.
room for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just make sure your name is on it. We know how to get a hold of you. Yeah.
You can just leave it here on loan.
Yeah.
And let it get displayed, especially if it works, especially if it's something
That'd be cool.
that you're okay
I
with.
might
us
have an
playing
old
with.
turntable that you can.
Oh,
that you
cool,
can
cool.
use.
Fun.
It looks decent, like an old Sears one or something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We have an old record player on the stage, but it's it's my kids, and we bought it at a yard sale, and it's not in good shape, and I gotta drag that home because he really wants it in his bedroom.
Very cool.
It does work though.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. Go ahead. Keep going with the birthdays.
Oh, Sandra Bullock is 60.
Oh, did you skip some?
I did. Sorry. Okay.
'Cause-
Helen Mirren.
okay, 'cause, this second
Helen
one.
Mirren, Academy of the Award for the Queen is 79. Is it Mirren, right? Is that who's here?
Helen Mirren, yes, the
Yeah,
great.
Mirren.
I have had a crush on her since I knew what a crush was.
Mhm.
And at 79 years old, still absolutely drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how she does it.
Major women's advocate for
Yep.
aging gracefully
Yep.
without having to try and pretend like you're not 79. Taking care of yourself. I mean,
I love some of the older videos she did. She did some nude work and stuff in her younger years, and some of the old interviews of her where these machismo sort of guys running these talk shows would talk about it, and she's like, I'm not going to talk about that. Like what she put them in their place.
Good. Nice.
And she's like, no, that's not what this was about. Can we talk about my acting, please?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Do you want to do this one? Are you a sci-fi person?
Oh, Nana Visitor too.
Nana.
Uh-huh.
Visitor, Star Trek Deep Space Nine is 67. Now, which character was she?
Yeah, which character was she?
She was. Oh, I have her picture in my
She's
head.
the security agent or the officer, security officer. Is that?
She was.
Was she Dax?
No, she wasn't Dax.
Is that who I was thinking of? Dax, right?
No, Dax was the engineer who married Worf.
Who did she play? Oh, I have it up here. It's not.
But
It's
the-
not
I
saying.
know
Oh,
the
but she was
securi-
Major Kira.
Major
She
Kira
was
is the
Major
security
Kira.
officer.
She had
Yeah.
short hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Talk about another strong BA woman.
Mhm.
Yeah. Nana Visitor is awesome. All right,
Mhm.
go ahead.
Kevin Spacey is 65. Sandra Bullock, and there's silence. Sandra
right.
Sandra Bullock is 60.
Yeah.
I love Sandra Bullock. She's a lot of fun.
She is.
I was watching an interview with her, and she was talking about her crush on Keanu Reeves when they were doing the truck, the speed movies.
Right.
And apparently she had a major crush on Keanu Reeves. And so she was in the movie when he's talking to her and she kind of giggles. She was like, that was real, because I had such a crush on him. And so when he would like touch her shoulder, she'd be like, okay, and giggling about it. And it turns out he had a crush on her too and she just didn't know it.
Didn't they? Oh,
No, they never got together.
They never dated, did they?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, that was
And
him
was
and
the
Winona
joke.
Ryder, right? They had a thing?
I think it must have
Or was
been.
that Johnny Depp?
Johnny Depp and Winona Ryder
Okay,
had a thing.
I don't know these things.
I don't keep up with these things.
Yeah, I
Okay, I don't know who this next one is. Do you know who?
Jeremy Piven, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Entourage and PCU is one that's not very well known, I guess.
Oh, I love PCU.
59.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
PCU was my everything. For my childhood, I wanted George Clinton to show up at my house.
Right, yeah, he had P-Funk show up at their dorm. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, keep going.
All right, Jason Statham.
Statham.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is 57, and who is Jason?
He's like an action star, right?
Okay.
Yeah, he did like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch, the old
Guy Ritchie
the Guy Ritchie
films.
movies. Yeah.
He's not ringing
Those
a
are
bell.
kind of like cult movies, yeah.
Yeah, they were like British mobster movies.
What do they call those? They call them capers.
Yeah.
That's the style of movies they
Yeah,
have.
Oh, fun.
Just
Okay.
like, kind of like, I guess Pulp Fiction would be like a caper.
Yeah.
It's similar, like just a lot of this kind of.
He's since gone on to be a major action star.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow. TV host Chris Harrison, formerly on The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. Don't care. And they
Moving along.
Right, and they don't tell you how old he is. He was born in 1971. So he's fairly young still. He's what?
53.
Yeah. Thank you.
53?
Thank you
Yeah.
for that math.
Yeah, no problem.
Kate Beckinsale. I can't see. I shouldn't say these names.
Why not?
I'm really messing them up. Is
No,
that
that's
right?
right, yeah.
Beckinsale,
Kate
the
Beckinsale.
the Aviator, Pearl Harbor is 51,
Mhm.
and then this is a good one.
New Zealand's Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern is
Mhm.
44.
Okay.
She was famous. She actually was a major. She stopped COVID cold in New Zealand. I mean, she locked it down. Remember, she just was like, we're not messing around with this. And so she did amazing things, probably saved hundreds of thousands of lives in New Zealand. Monica Raymond, Chicago Fire, Chicago PD is 38, young actress. Interesting. Actress Francia Reza.
That's how I would say it.
Yeah.
How I Met Your Father donated a kidney to Selena Gomez is 36.
Mm-hmm. I'd heard about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Singer and actress Taylor Momsen is 31.
Do you know who she is?
Uh-uh.
Do you know who that is?
Uh-uh.
She was Cindy Lou Who in the Grinch movie.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Cindy Lou Who. You know, now she's had an interesting, because, she did the whole childhood star thing, went through all the trauma and stuff of being a childhood star in Hollywood, turned that into fire, and is now a really actually pretty popular punk rock singer.
Oh, how fun.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's got black hair and the makeup and
that's
full
awesome.
goth. Yeah.
Very
She's a lot of
fun.
fun actually.
Oh, how fun. Actress Elizabeth, I would say Giles, right?
Gillies, something like that.
I don't know. Okay. Victoria, Sir Dynasty, she's 31. Dynasty? How can
Dynasty.
she only be 31?
Didn't they do like a
Is there a new
very
Dynasty?
brief remake of Dynasty?
Must have been, yeah.
I think there
'cause That
was.
wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, I
like
was gonna
80s,
say.
right?
Yeah. Big poofy shoulders and big hair.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm pretty sure they did recently. They did they tried to reboot it and it was a miserable failure or something like that.
All right. And then we have one last one.
Thomasin McKenzie, Leave No Trace, Jojo Rabbit is 24.
Okay.
Not familiar with him.
Ooh, Daniel is talking about the radio. He says those old triode vacuum tube systems are easy to diagnose, much harder to see what's wrong with silicone chips. Yep, that's true. But I think our one at home doesn't. I think it's actually just a modern radio inside the box, isn't it, babe? He'll let me know.
I think they're easy to diagnose, hard to find parts for.
Yeah, because exactly.
I'm sure if you know what to look for, I'm sure you could probably find it. But
Okay, so this thing I really am excited to talk about.
okay.
Okay, so in 1984, The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson became the first network television program to be telecast in stereo. And this is meaningful. Why? Do you know where Johnny Carson is from?
Stereoville.
Anyone? Bueller? Anyone?
I have no idea. Where's he from?
Norfolk, Nebraska.
Which is
my dad's
your
place. Yes.
Oh,
So my
okay, there
dad
you
is
go.
from Norfolk, Nebraska. Hi, Dad. And he was babysat as a child by Johnny Carson.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So he has stories of a, teenage Johnny coming over to babysit him and his younger siblings. Yeah. Isn't that funny?
Wait, Johnny Carson babysat him, or he
Yeah,
babysat
Johnny Carson babysat him.
Wow.
Johnny Carson was the babysitter. Yeah.
Why? I bet you he was a great babysitter.
Right? Yeah. He said they are still alive. So, I mean, that's, good job, right?
Yeah, right.
Good
He
enough.
did his job well. Yeah.
Right? And so, yeah, pretty cool. And so there's like a little.
Well, Johnny Carson was like Mr. Cool, though, wasn't he? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Isn't that, if you ever watch his, I mean, I never watched it, I don't think, when I was a kid necessarily, but.
I totally did. I totally snuck out of bed.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Oh, yeah.
I would
It was
sneak
late. It was
out,
like
yeah.
11:30 at night, right?
Yeah, and it was like Johnny Carson and then Gunsmoke or something.
Yeah.
And Mom would be like, "Go to bed, Paula," and I'm like, hiding behind the sofa, thinking she can't hear me breathing or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They don't make talk show hosts like that anymore.
They don't.
He was, you watch a lot of the old stuff, and like it doesn't hit the same, or it's like, that's not as funny as I remember it being. Not Johnny Carson, man.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, he would hold up today. Maybe some of the stuff might not be PC, but
Definitely not.
no.
For today's standards, definitely not. But it was a different time, a different era. We're learning. We are better educated and more aware.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember Rodney Dangerfield really intriguing me as a child.
Oh, yeah.
Just because of how he's just nonstop. It just.
Yeah.
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 Again,
Word
one
vomit.
One of those with the PC, I don't think would hold up today.
Oh no.
A lot of Rodney Dangerfield's
No.
humor probably a little inappropriate for today, but
Yeah, I kind of feel that way about Jeff Foxworthy though too.
Yeah.
People love him, and I listen to his humor, and I'm like, God, you're just being cruel. It's not funny, I'm just like, I don't.
A lot of the stuff, we like watching Johnny Carson old reruns or old clips. Still just as funny today. Another one
Really
from the same era, the Carol Burnett show.
Oh my gosh!
Carol Burnett,
yes.
holy cow! I can't. It hurts to watch her show. Still,
They
it's
are
so
funny, and that's so funny to watch them completely breaking down on stage, and they're laughing so hard, and they're trying not to laugh. And then what was her co-star? What was her name? She played her mom.
Oh yeah.
And she was famous because she would do those one-liners and just break everybody on stage.
And she was also in All in the Family, right?
Yeah. She's just brilliant. Wait, all these people are calling me. Go away.
Well, my phone's been really good about telling me if it's a spam call or not.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, oh no, not answering that one.
Exactly.
I pretty much if it's an out of the area code, or if it's a number I don't recognize, I
don't answer. Yeah.
I don't answer it.
Don't answer.
No. Oh, so I looked it up really quick. Dynasty, CW brought back Dynasty for I believe a season in 2022.
And it probably only lasted that season, maybe 6 episodes, because I cannot imagine that. You just can't have that kind of grandiose. It's just a different time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait a minute. No, that was an article written in 2022.
Oh.
The show was brought back in 2017 by the CW and canceled after 1 season for low ratings.
Yeah, I don't think it would relate well.
Yep. Okay. All right. So what do we have next here? So you started doing let's keep going with the. Oh, you know what? We got to get into some
local events.
Yeah, local
right?
events. The show's about to end. We're out of time.
No. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get to some local events here. On the Chamber of Commerce calendar, we have adult pickleball today up at the golf course from 9 a.m. to 11:30. Of course, the farmers market is happening from 11 to 3:30. We're going to be there today, KCHW.
Yes, selling
we're there.
ducks and raffle tickets.
We're there every Friday. We're selling those 50-50 raffle tickets. The winner can get up to $2,500. We're nowhere near that amount right now, but to get there, we need to sell some of those 50-50 raffle tickets and get that prize up. So if you want to win some money, you got to buy a ticket. The more tickets we sell, the more money people can win. So get out there, meet us today. You can contact us also on Facebook. This week, or probably early next week or over the weekend, we're going to be getting some of those tickets out and about at some businesses around town. And we're also going to be joined once again by the Lions Club selling the ducks for the Duck Regatta at the Summerfest happening on August 3rd. And then tomorrow, Craig, tell us about the what's happening tomorrow downtown.
So we got the 3-on-3 basketball tournament.
Mm-hmm.
and you had to pre-register for that. But there'll be plenty of spots to watch the tournament go on, and definitely places downtown to eat. And I know it's the 1-year anniversary for Andy's.
That's right. That's
You're
right.
going to be doing something, yeah.
Yeah,
So
there's gonna
my
be
band will
music.
be playing at 7 down there.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
after the 3-on-3 tournament, we'll be down at Andy's playing some music for their party. So
I might go check that out. I might go check it out, or I might be working on a car.
Or doing something. I mean, you're commentating. Don't you commentate sometimes? Do a remote, live?
We're not doing anything for the 3-on-3 tournament. It would be fun. It would have been fun. Maybe next year we can set something up.
Yeah.
We just had a lot of stuff going on this year, and I know I really would have liked to have gotten Dakota on the radio this week, but just
it just didn't
timing.
work
And
out.
I know
Yeah,
he's
we
been
tried.
busy working on this stuff. And
I could go. I'd be like, okay, a kid has a ball. Oh, and he's dribbling. He's dribbling the ball. He's dribbling the ball. Oh, and another kid is dribbling the ball. 2 kids are dribbling the ball. It's a different ball. Same ball. No, not the same ball. Okay, now they're shooting. They're shooting. I don't know what happened. It bounced off the back of the. Oh, and here's Margaret. Yeah, it'd be really.
You're hired.
Yeah.
You're hired.
I'd be really enthusiastic and know absolutely nothing about what I'm saying.
So also happening Saturday from 9:30 to 1 is the Colville Valley Animal Sanctuary Vaccination Clinic. And then from 11 to 4 in the Chewila City Park is the Chewila Kids Festival. There's going to be, I believe, a bounce house, and it's not opening, of course. There's going to be a concert, a praise concert from 3 to 4 p.m. Lots of stuff going on there.
Right, lots of stuff. Before we go on, though, Saturday, though, do you know that this Friday, today, is Debbie's Flower Barn's 3-year anniversary?
Is it?
Yes, and so the flower shop is going to be open. And so, yeah, if you need some flowers, go congratulate Debbie for being open for her 3rd year today and go grab some flowers.
Very cool, very cool. I do know we've got to be careful about endorsements and stuff. They're not a sponsor, so we're not getting paid to say this. But I do know her flower arrangements are really gorgeous.
I'm just going through Chewila News and Information.
Yeah, and she is a very sweet individual. I've met her. She donated flowers for the convening. For the
nice.
Yeah, over at the theater for table toppers, and they were absolutely gorgeous. So, thank you, Debbie.
Thank you.
Well,
Debbie.
and tonight we got karaoke at Fired Up Pizza, all age karaoke.
That's
and
right.
Then Sundays
that'll be
the
fun.
all
The
age
Blues
blues
Jam.
jam.
Yeah.
The Blues and Brews Jam.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
And you actually started doing pictures. And wasn't there a short live feed last time? Because there were updated pictures of everybody playing.
I think that was the manager from Fired Up, but yeah.
Oh, that was great. That was so cool to be able to check in.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gone down in a while. I had 2 very awkward moments at the Blues Jam up in Colville.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And my husband, who's been playing music with me.
Colville.
Colville. You can tell I'm new still. Colville. I'll get it, guys. But I was.
Coolville.
Oh, man, he's messing with me.
I like that better. Coolville.
Coolville?
Why haven't they adopted that?
Right? Well, so I was up there in that place that is north of us by 20 minutes, right there. I'm just going to go that way. And my husband has been playing this song with me for, 20 years. You'd think he'd know the song. So I get up to sing the song. Dino is on drums. I'm like, you'll get it, Dino. It's a real simple blues beat, no problem. I start singing, and Daniel's like, I just completely forgot the song. So here I'm counting on the one musician who, is going to know the song. Well, so I'm like Daniel, and I'm trying to get him like, okay, remember, and, trying to sing at the same time. And then, of course, I forgot all the words. So all I could remember was the chorus because I was so flustered because Daniel, my main accompanist, couldn't remember the music. And it was like, okay, this is just get off the stage. It's like, walk away.
Maybe he couldn't remember the music because you couldn't remember the lyrics, and
No.
energy was transferring to him.
I was fine. No, I was fine until I looked over and was like, why is there no music happening? It was like in the verse, everything was going. I mean, it's a song that I performed. Oh my gosh, it was one of our opening songs for the band. So I mean, it's one of the 3 songs that we would always open with.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I look over at my husband who's standing there like this. The quintessential musician. I can't remember this song. The head is up and you're kind of fiddling like that.
Did you smack him?
No, I was on stage, but I'm like, you do that look, right? You do that, that look, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't remember this song. And then I panicked. Then I'm like, what do you mean you don't remember this song?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was just, and then I went up and I tried to do Black Velvet, and the guitar player, nobody knew Black Velvet. And so I'm like singing the song, going, okay, we're going into chorus now. Okay, we're going into the bridge now. Okay, we're doing that. And I'm trying to guide them through the song while I'm singing it. And it was just like, oh, okay. Not going to be my thing. It's okay. I'm good with that. It's okay.
Yep.
Walk away, Paula. Walk away.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of crucial in those jams to have one person that really has the song down, so then everybody can kind of use them as a guidepost. But
yeah,
if it can get a little squirrely from
Right?
time to time. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it was like, okay, it's okay. They're wonderful musicians, very, very talented people everywhere. Daniel has a blast. There's a real solid core group there.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is so generous and welcoming and open.
And old man Mark from Friday nights here
Old
is
Man
usually
Mark
there
on
playing
Friday
the
night,
harmonica.
right?
Yeah.
Joshua is there. A lot of new musicians are showing up. I think one guy showed up and took over the drums, and
That's
they're
cool.
just one guy had his kid, didn't it? Somebody brought their teenager or something, and he got up on the drums.
Oh
and
yeah, we have all kinds of new people coming through and guests in the area
Yeah.
that sit down, they come down and jam with us. So it's really great. It's really, you never know who's going to show up. That's what's so much fun about it.
You know,
it's just always a new experience.
Didn't I see somebody there a few weeks ago? I can't remember who it was. Like somebody from actually a major band was there, weren't they? Who?
Well, there's this a member of Old Souls and Antiques down there.
Yeah, right, right.
Yeah. I'm teasing.
I mean,
Selfless plug.
I thought I saw something a few weeks ago. There was maybe a month or two ago. There was somebody that stopped by there that was a long time, nationally recognized musician that had stopped by there.
Yeah, and I think that was for that veterans. I can't remember the organization that put it together, but it was to raise money for veterans. I know
Okay,
that.
okay.
Yeah, and I actually followed him, but I don't know him personally.
Okay,
or
okay.
I didn't actually get to meet him, but yeah, there was a pretty well-to-do touring musician that stopped in there. So
Okay, cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Just before we head out of here, just want to give a heads up to the Chula Summerfest. It's happening next week. This happens from 11 a.m. all the way through 11 p.m. We've got a great lineup of bands throughout the day. It's going to have the Chula Cougars Ice Cream Fun Run is happening. There's going to be a Little League tournament, the Duck Regatta, stuff happening all day. There's going to be vendors, food vendors, craft vendors. There's going to be all kinds of stuff. Fire burgers are going to be there. The
Nice.
fire department's going to be there. And I don't know if you're new here. I mean, I'm going to say if you're new here or you haven't had a fire burger, which would probably mean you're new here.
Yeah.
You
Gotta go check 'em out. They're really good.
I don't
Yeah.
know what kind of magic they do to those burgers, man. But they're good burgers.
I'll say if anybody knows how to put a good sear on a burger, it's going to be a fireman, right?
Yeah, I'd
That's
say
true.
they're fire, but I mean that's kind
Right,
of
right. So yeah, it's gonna be a great day.
implied.
It's gonna be a
Right.
great day of events, and through that, one of the things that's gonna be featured, you are gonna be running the. We're doing a little singer showcase.
Yep.
For a little bit of that. And how are those singers coming? We talked a little bit about that. Do we want to put out a call on the air for?
Yeah, if
for
somebody's
singers?
interested in I think we still have room for a couple more singers. So if there's somebody out there that's listening, or
Yeah.
if you know somebody that would be interested, have them private message me
Yeah.
over Facebook, and we can get the dialogue going to get them up on stage during Summerfest.
Very cool. Very cool. I'm really looking forward to it. And you can stay tuned right here tonight, KCHW from 6 to 8 p.m. We have Old Man Mark bringing you the best classic rock and more. Then from, I believe, 8 to 10, I'm pulling up the schedule here. I should have this memorized by now. And then, so from 8 to 10, we're going to be stuck in the psychedelic era with the Hermit. And then from 10 to 11, we'll be sticking around with the Hermit for Days of Confusion.
Nice.
So there you go. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Don't forget to come on by and come on by the market. Grab yourself that 50-50 ticket. Sign up for the Duck Regatta, and the 3-on-3 basketball tournament is happening downtown tomorrow in Chula, followed up by the 1-year anniversary of Andy's opening. And Craig, that is 2 birds, 1 stone.
Actually,
Or
it's
two
going
stones, one
to
bird
be
playing,
Old Souls
correct?
and Antiques.
Old Souls
which-
and Antiques.
yeah,
Okay,
similar
great.
members, but
Yeah.
we add the McQueens to the Lees, and then we have a dual family band.
Very cool.
Oh, how
Jam
fun.
band. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. So, yeah, you can check all that stuff out. And we want to thank you so much for listening to the morning show. This has been Chuck, Paula, and myself. You're listening to KCHW 102.7. Thank you so much.
Have a great weekend,
Have
everybody.
a great weekend, everyone.
Have a great one.
It's 9:08.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at CheWelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at CheWelahFlooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
You're listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7 KCHW. Chewelah, Addie, Gifford. You're listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7 KCHW. Chewelah, Colville, Kettle Falls.
It was never easy, lover, when you've given all you got to each other, and then every time it's harder to recover. We won't be young, we won't be young. It was never easy, lover. I just wanted you to hold me closer, yet it always seemed to go even further.
I still imagine a whole city in between us and we still attached. You used to have so many layers till I peeled them back. I see the fire in your eyes, I mean we still a match. You think you're better off without me, but it isn't facts. Okay, you mad at me, I had to man up, you know, and change the whole mentality. I'm hung up on the pictures that you sent me, made a gallery. Captions be about me, but not at me. Don't understand these type of things. I don't understand these type of games. And I know they say that everything that's easy ain't worth it, and everything that's worth it ain't gonna be easy. I made mistakes, you can't say that I repeat it. I wouldn't still be here if I didn't need you.
Keep it cool on me, 'cause I know you're gonna be more
kiss, put you in a coma. Hot take, she's a queen cobra. Hot take, she's a queen cobra. No, you can't charm her, she's so wicked. Oh, she's a devil by design. I'll trade my sins for one-way ticket. So sign me up, I'll take the ride. I'd risk it all for one shot in a million. Yeah, break the law 'cause your touch is a weapon. I'll take the fall for a taste of your venom. One kiss, put you in a coma. Hot take, she's a queen cobra. Hot take, she's a queen cobra. I'd risk it all for one shot in a million. Yeah, break the law 'cause your touch is a weapon. I'll take the fall for a taste of your venom. One kiss, put you in a coma. Hot take, she's a queen cobra. Hot take, she's a queen cobra. Hot take, she's a hot take, she's a queen cobra. Hot take, she's a.
If you could take my pulse right now, it would feel just like a sledgehammer. If you could feel my heartbeat now, it would hit you like a sledgehammer. I don't admit it, I play it cool, but every minute that I'm with you, I feel a fever and I won't lie, I break a sweat. My body's telling all the secrets I ain't told you yet. Oh, I'm
it's true that it's all because of you, and you wouldn't want me any other way. You may be right, I may be crazy, oh, but it just may be a lunatic you're looking for. It's too late to fight, it's too late to change. You may be wrong for all I know, but you may be right. You may be right, I may be crazy, hey, but it just may be a lunatic you're looking for. Turn out the lights, oh, don't try to save me. You may be wrong, for all I know, you may be right. You may be wrong, but you may be right. You may be wrong, but you may be right. You may be wrong, but you may be right. You may be wrong, but you may be right. You may be wrong, but you may be right. You may be wrong, but you may be right. You may be wrong.
You're listening to KCHW 102.7 FM, Northern Lights Public Radio.
I have no confidence and I can't see why I should. But I could do most anything for you, and you know I would. I try too hard and then I give up way too easily. I'm the runner-up inside of you, and you're the winner inside of me. Lose your way, and I will follow. Here today, and here tomorrow. Like my freedom, I know I'll never let you go.
Programming made possible by donations from the following:
the Chewelah Independent and Mailboxes and More. The Chewelah Independent and Mailboxes and More, located at 401 South Park Street on Highway 395, offers shipping services, mailboxes, photocopies up to 11 by 17, faxing, and notary services. Their hours are from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. KCHW thanks Jared and Andrea Arnold for their continuous support of public radio in Stevens County.
This is KCHW 102.7.
Is brilliant. My life is brilliant. My love is pure. I saw an angel, of that I'm sure. She smiled at me on the subway. She was with another man, but I won't lose no sleep on that, 'cause I've got a plan. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. I saw your face in a crowded place, and I don't know what to do, 'cause I'll never be with you. Yes, she caught my eye as we walked on by. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. I saw your face in a crowded place, and I don't know what to do, 'cause I'll never be with you. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. There must be an angel with a smile on her face when she thought up that I should be with you. But it's time to face the truth. I will never be with you.
Said some things I ain't proud of. I wish I could take back. Never meant to make you hurt like that, no. For a while it was perfect. You made my world stand still. Oh, and something about you always will. So when it's late at night and you're still wide awake, if you're with your friends or you're lonely, when you hear somebody start to say my name, or when you think of me, I hope you think good things. Picture that night in Portland, we drank 3 bottles of wine. I said I love you about 1,000,000 to Seattle, and just a kiss in the rain. Now when it's pouring, do you see my face? So when it's late at night and you're still wide awake, if you're with your friends or you're lonely, when you hear somebody start to say my name, or when you think of me, I hope you think good things. I hope you think of the way that I started to shake when I held you for the first time, and every kiss that our lips made feel like New Year's Eve and midnight. Think of the 3 a.m. conversations, all of the big dreams that we were chasing down. And if I ever cross your mind somehow, then it's late at night and you're still wide awake. If you're with your friends or you're lonely, when you hear somebody start to say my name, or when you think of me, I hope you think good things. Memories follow me left and right. I can feel you over here, I can feel you over here. You take up every corner of my mind. What you gonna do now? Ever since the day you went away, no, I don't know how to erase your body from out my brain. What you gonna do now? Maybe I should just focus on me instead. All I think about are the nights we were tangled up in your bed. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. You're going round in circles, got you stuck up in my head. Yeah. Memories follow me left and right. I can feel you over here, I can feel you over here. You take up every corner of my mind. Your love stays with me day and night. I can feel you over here, I can feel you over here. You take up every corner of my mind. What you gonna do now? Ever since the day you went away, someone tell me how much more do I gotta drink for the pain? What you gonna do now? You did things to me that I just can't forget. Think about all the nights we were tangled up in the bed. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. You're going round in circles, got you stuck up in my head. Yeah. Memories follow me left and right. I can feel you over here, I can feel you over here. You take up every corner of my mind. Your love stays with me day and night. I can feel you over here, I can feel you over here. You take up every corner of my mind. What you gonna do now? Did you know you're the one that got away? And even though, baby, I'm still not okay. Did you know that my dreams, they're all the same? Every time I close my eyes, memories follow me left and right. I can feel you over here, I can feel you over here. You take up every corner of my mind. What you gonna do? Your love stays with me day and night. I can feel you over here, I can feel you over here. You take up every corner of my mind. What you gonna do now? I can feel you over here, I can feel you over here. You take up every corner of my mind. What you gonna do now? Sour, sweet as rain, leaves a stain. Power, struggle of the heart, you can't tear apart the blame. Now I know that hello is a show for a sweet goodbye. No tears to cry. Which one of us set on fire? 'Cause we both ran in smoke. Which one of us cut the wire? Ain't no bound to this hole. Coward, burning the page, rose from the flames. Yeah. Fly save you, we could save ourselves. Would you save me? And I'll save you, we could save ourselves.
Let it go. Let it roll right off your shoulder. Don't you know? The hardest part is over. Let it in. Let your clarity define you in the end. We will only just remember how it feels. Our lives are made in these small hours. These little wonders, these twists and turns of fate. Time falls away, but these small hours still remain. Let it slide. Let your troubles fall behind you. Let it shine till you feel it all around you. And I don't mind if it's me you need to turn to. We'll get by. It's the heart that really matters in the end. Our lives are made in these small hours. These little wonders, these twists and turns of fate. Time falls away, but these small hours still remain. All of my regret will wash away somehow, but I cannot forget the way I feel right now. In these small hours, these little wonders, these twists and turns of fate. Yeah, these twists and turns of fate. Time falls away. Yeah, but these small hours still remain. Oh, they still remain. These little wonders, oh, these twists and turns of fate. Time falls away, but these small hours, these little wonders still remain. My garden stretched out, it is crunched up and broken. My life that is lived is no more than a token. Strike the flint upon the stone and tell me why. If I yell out at night, there's a reply of blue silence. The screen is no comfort, I can't speak my sentence. They blew the lights at heaven's gate, and I don't know why.
The balance sheet is breaking up the sky. So I'm caught at the junction, still waiting for medicine. The sweat of my brow keeps on feeding the engine. Hope the crumbs in my pocket can keep me for another night. And if the blue sky mining company won't come to my rescue, if the sugar refining company won't save me, who's gonna save me? Who's gonna save me? Who's gonna save me? But if I work all day on the blue sky mine, there'll be food on the table tonight. And if I walk up and down on the blue sky mine, there'll be pay in your pocket tonight. And some have sailed from a distant shore, and the company takes what the company wants. And nothing's as precious as a hole in the ground. Who's gonna save me? Who's gonna save me? I pray the sense and reason. Who's gonna save me? Who's gonna save me? We got nothing to fear. In the end, the rain comes down. In the end, the rain comes down. Washes clean the streets of the blue sky town. I like to get out with my partner in crime. We love to dress up, have ourselves a good time. We have an understanding, she could never be mine. We get on so well, there is no pressure on us. It's a relationship based entirely on trust. No complications, you would not see me for dust. Come around 11 and it's time to get home. I'm going her way and I can't leave her alone. But she's looking at me as if I'm something she owns. Oh, Jane's getting serious. Oh, Jane's getting serious. I got to do something 'cause Jane's getting serious. Oh, and I could get serious too. She introduces me to her friends around town. She gets approval. I can't stick around. The writing's on the wall. So come around 11 and we're on our way home. I can't leave her here, but I should leave well alone. 'Cause she is looking at me as if I'm something she owns. Oh, Jane's getting serious. Oh, Jane's getting serious. I got to do something about Jane's getting serious. And I could get serious too. So I'm pretending I'm not caught in between the devil and the deep blue sea. And I cannot believe that I would ever admit something about Jane. Serious. And I could get serious too. I could get so serious. Jane's getting serious. I got to do something about Jane's getting serious. And I could get serious too. Jane's getting serious. She's getting serious. Jane's getting serious. Jane's getting serious. She's getting serious. All of my friends are a mess, just trying to make sense of how to live in a world I can be so depressed. Round and round we go. Me and my friends, we get stressed about the stupidest things. It's hard to get out of bed, hard to get any sleep. Round and round we go. Whoa, we were gonna save the world. Whoa, we can't even save ourselves. Let's go take a walk downtown and act like we're the heroes that we dreamed we'd be when we were young. We can be the giants in the streets we learned to drive in, and we'll ride away into the sun. Me and my friends used to laugh without having to try. Now they're off to rehab and I'm saying goodbye. Round and round we go. Whoa, we were gonna save the world. Whoa, we can't even save ourselves. So let's go take a walk downtown and act like we're the heroes that we dreamed we'd be when we were young. We can be the giants in the streets we learned to drive in, and we'll ride away into the sun. And one day we'll be happy again, and we'll be innocent, just like when we were kids. One day we'll be happy again, and we'll be innocent, just like when we were kids. So let's go take a walk downtown and act like we're the heroes that we dreamed we'd be when we were young. We can be the giants in the streets we learned to drive in, and we'll ride away into the sun. Let's go take a walk downtown and act like we're the heroes that we dreamed we'd be when we were young. We can be the giants in the streets we learned to drive in, and we'll ride away into the sun.
You're listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7 KCHW, Chewelah, Blue Creek, Arden. Programming made possible by donations from the following:
The Valley Drug Company, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Valley Drug offers a complete line of healthcare services and products for their customers. 24-hour prescription refills, vitamins, stop smoking aids, and even Medicare plan reviews. Valley Drug also carries gift and decor items, holiday items, and 2 app-friendly photo printing kiosks. For more information, their number is 509-935-8611. The Valley Drug Company, in downtown Chewelah since 1945.
And by
SETI's Ace Hardware.
SETI's Ace Hardware is now open for business in the Garden Center space at 309 East Main Avenue in Chewelah. Carrying hardware essentials, name brand tools, a range of pet and livestock products, paint, and more. SETI's Ace Hardware would like to thank the community and local businesses for their continued support. SETI's Ace Hardware, open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m.
Ace, the helpful place.
Who gave you moves, girl? Moves, girl. Moves, girl. I'm bound to lose ya sooner or later. I watch your eyes catch the light as we move, girl. Your skin on my skin, I feel it. Oh, maybe wanna spend some time. Oh, maybe wanna spend some time. Oh, maybe wanna spend some time. Spend some time. Spend some time. I crave your loving on, your loving on, your loving on me. I crave your loving on, your loving on, your loving on me. Sweet as I ever known, sweet as I ever known. I crave your loving, crave your loving, crave your loving on me. I crave your loving on me. Oh Lord, gonna find somebody, find somebody, find somebody to love. I try, but I'm always running, can't stop running, end up being alone. But Lord, when I saw you coming, ooh, someone had finally done it. You made me wanna spend some time. Spend some time, spend some time. I crave your loving on, your loving on, your loving on me. I crave your loving on, your loving on, your loving on me. Sweet as I ever known, sweet as I ever known. I crave your loving, crave your loving, crave your loving on me. Yeah, 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 yeah. I crave your loving on me. Yeah, 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 yeah. I crave your loving on me. Yeah, 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 yeah. I crave your loving on me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, make me wanna spend some time. Oh, make me wanna spend some time. Oh, make me wanna spend some time. Spend some time. Spend some time. I crave your loving on, your loving on, your loving on me. I crave your loving on, your loving on, your loving on me. Sweet as I ever known, sweet as I ever known. I crave your loving, crave your loving, crave your loving on me. Yeah, 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 yeah. I crave your loving on me. Yeah, 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 yeah. I crave your loving on me. Sweet as I ever known, sweet as I ever known. I crave your loving, crave your loving, crave your loving on me.
Parachute. Crave.
Hi there, Tex, what you say? Step aside, partner, it's my day. Bend an ear and listen to my version of a really solid Tennessee excursion. Pardon me, boy, is that the Chattanooga Choo-Choo? Yes, yes, track 29. boy, you can give me a shine.
Can you afford to board a Chattanooga choo-choo?
I got my fare
And just a trifle to spare.
You leave the Pennsylvania station about 3:45. Read a magazine and then you're in Baltimore.
Dinner in the diner, nothing could be finer
Than to have your ham and eggs in Carolina.
When you hear the whistle blowing 8 to the bar, then you know that Tennessee is not very far.
Shovel all the coal in, gotta keep it rolling.
Ooh, ooh, Chattanooga, there you are.
There's gonna be a certain party at the station.
Satin and lace.
I used to call Funny Face. She's gonna cry until I tell her that I'll never roam.
So Chattanooga choo-choo,
won't you choo-choo me home?
Chattanooga, Chattanooga,
get aboard.
Chattanooga, Chattanooga,
all aboard.
Chattanooga, Chattanooga, Chattanooga choo-choo,
won't you choo-choo me home?
Chattanooga choo-choo.
You're listening to KCHW 102.7, Chewelah Community Radio.